Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Glimpse of Shadow, the One Ring RPG. I'm joined by my good friends. In fact, here they are. Hey, we got everybody. We got Rythian, we've got Kirsty, and Zylus.
Pizza here, bye.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Bye.
Zylus is waiting on a pizza, so we may lose him at some point. But luckily, it happened now, so he can go get his pizza just in time. Welcome, friends. I hope everybody is doing well.
Yes.
Yes, so ready to play some One Ring.
Yes.
Yes.
Very excited to continue.
Very good. If you guys don't know, if you're joining for the first time, we are playing the One Ring 2nd Edition. This is a TTRPG system by the amazing Free League. And it is Middle Earth. It is the Middle Earth role-playing game. It has a unique system. We are still learning it. We have made plenty of mistakes. We will keep making more. Mainly, I'm making mistakes. These guys are learning from me. So if they get it wrong, it's because I've told them wrong.
Perfect.
You guys are perfect. I'm the one getting it wrong. But it's a brand new system for me. We've been slowly learning our way through it. And yeah, it's been a blast thus far. I hope Zylus brought enough pizza for everybody. I'm sure that they did.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that they did. Excellent. And yeah, we've got everybody here. This will get uploaded to my YouTube channel as well. So if you want to go back and watch the previous episodes. And in fact, I've actually started making nice thumbnails for them as opposed to just throwing them on YouTube, which is what I was doing. But yeah, it's all good. I'll do a little recap of what happened last time, and Zylus will just have to catch up. But we have our company, a small company, 3 travelers who began their journey all the way in Mickle Delving in the Shire. Our company currently made of Primula Proudfoot, or is it Proudfeet? Proudfeet. Primula is a hobbit of the Shire, a hobbit treasure hunter, a burglar. But accompanying her is her faithful bodyguard and warrior protector, Magnar, son of Magni, a dwarven warrior played by Rythian.
That's me.
And on the road, they met Old Huffer, a ranger, but secretly...
That me.
That be Zylus. And Old Huffer is one of the Dunedain and a ranger of the North. And they've had various adventures. However, last time the company traveled into the Weather Hills in search of a place called Nell's Hollow, seeking the leader of a dangerous band of orcs who had been troubling the area and nearly killed a young ranger. Arriving during the day, they took out a lone goblin sentry in an old crumbling tower, then followed the orc's tracks into nearby caves, felling an orc and tossing his body to ravenous wolves in a cage. However, the fight has drawn greater attention, and that is literally, we are gonna jump straight in with it today, my friends, as you have just finished sort of tossing this body of this orc guard into the crude, like, fenced cage area that these ravenous wolves are in. And they begin loudly sort of tearing the body apart to feast on it. But you can hear coming down the tunnel system towards you, you can hear the armored sound of orcs and goblins on the move. And in fact, this horrible sort of not quite cheering, but sort of like this "oh, oh, oh" kind of war cry begins to sort of echo through. And you begin to hear like the snarled, guttural voices of orcs, like, "Oh, get ready!" As they begin to advance on your position. What do we see in that moment from each character as the sort of maybe the dull firelight is sort of growing brighter? In fact, actually, no, orcs wouldn't need it because they can see in the dark. But you begin to hear this loud chanting and noise getting closer and closer. I think I know what Magnar's going to do. So why don't we start with Huffer this time, unless Zylus is eating pizza.
I'm okay.
Brief swallow.
No. I was about to tear up a piece of his spine.
We'll do you first, then you can eat while everyone else talks.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, am I meant to see the roadmap or the
We
cave?
currently only see
You're
the
currently just
map,
seeing the
yeah.
entry map, because we're going to be jumping straight into a battle map in a minute.
Yeah.
I see. So I've witnessed. I hear. Have we seen him yet, or are we just hearing?
You're just hearing this coming, and you know that sort of you've come into like a side passage where the orc guard and these wolves were, and you know that the tunnels lead deeper into the hillside. You know, the caves extend further, so you kind of have like a left and right out of where you guys currently are, and these orcs are coming from the right, from deeper into the cave system.
Okay, I think I just turn to Primula and Magnar and say, "There's no hiding now. Get ready."
All right. So we see sort of like you draw your blade, or like ready your blade as it's probably already out.
Well, I still have my torch in the other hand.
That's true, yeah, because you've got you're the only one with light source at the moment, Huffer. You've got this like flaming torch that you hold up. So we kind of see that sort of Huffer readies himself for the entrance, you know, to this little cave part of the tunnel. Primula, what is Primula's reaction to this horrific, guttural orc chant that draws closer and closer, echoing down the cave tunnel?
I think she's a bit shaken by it. If I remember rightly, I think we ended the last combat. She did a big move on that last orc.
You, in fact, you were the finishing blow. Yes, your arrow finally struck true after a very difficult day of not doing so well, and so you dealt that final blow.
So I imagine she did that, and there's a bit of shock on her face, like, "Oh my god, I did it!" But then all of these orc noises start arising, and I think she'd probably try and be a little bit closer to the others, because the way I was picturing it, she was sort of in the doorway away from the combat, but now
so maybe
she'd want to move towards the others so that they're like, you know, safety in numbers. She's not sort of on her own.
You're sort of in that you're actually in the cave tunnel looking into where this kind of little hollow was where Magnar and Huffer ran in to fight this orc. So you get the full blast of this like echoing chant kind of making its way down this dum 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 as these like armored footsteps begin making your way, and you're quite keen eyes as well, and you begin to see the shadowy movements of these, you know, quite a number of them heading towards you. Why don't you in fact give me a quick awareness roll, Primula? Let's have our first roll just to see if you can see how many there are and see kind of like what the composition of the force that you're about to fight is.
Okay.
It looks good. Oh, but it's not quite enough. Not quite enough. Needed to be a 16. So for those of you who are watching the chat, I always explain just a little bit because obviously it's a brand new system. But the way this game works is you roll a d12 and then you roll a number of d6s equal to your skill level, and you add that all up, and you're trying to beat a target number that's based on each individual character depending on your stats. So you have like a set difficulty for pretty much every task. And in this case, poor Primula, you rolled very well on your 2d12s. You got an 8 on your feat die. You got, it's a favored roll, so you got to roll twice and take the highest, but your 2d6 is only added to a 6. You got a 14 and you needed a 16 to succeed, unfortunately. So I think in a little bit of panic, and maybe it's just a bit too dark even for your keen hobbit eyes, you sort of don't, to you it looks like, oh god, there could be like 10 of them, 12 of them. You're not sure. You just have no idea of how many there are, and so you go scurrying to your friends and sort of get behind Magnar and Huffer. But you are now, all three of you, in this sort of enclosed passage, like side chamber of this longer cave stretch. As you sort of go dashing back in, Primula, there is this horrific goblin kind of screech that sort of echoes down. And then finally, I think the one who is most ready, we see Magnar, this dwarven warrior, stout and sturdy. What is Magnar reacting? How is Magnar reacting?
I think Magnar is very much feeling like this is it. This is the moment that it's all been building up towards. Like, finally getting to really fight the orcs and like life's at the line. And so he's changing his mind, like his brain, to go into battle mode. Like this it's sink or swim. here's where you prove yourself. So I think he's immediately going to try to look at the surrounding area and basically place himself in the best possible way to increase his chances to win the fight. I know mechanically, like, it's still gonna be mechanically fight or whatever.
Well,
but
yeah,
like,
but
from his point of view, it's like, I need to be in a place where I have space to move my my weapons around, where I am simultaneously trying to cover their approach on Primula and make sure that, like, Huffer has time to spend his will and not let us be surrounded. So he's like trying to absolutely find the best place back against the walls so he doesn't get surrounded and so on.
You definitely could do that, but let's roll a battle roll, because there is a skill called battle.
Yes.
And this is very much about like tactics. You can kind of use it in the system to like resolve an inconsequential fight if you really want to as well. You can just have everyone roll battle to see how well it goes. But it's also like, yeah, this could represent exactly what you're trying to do as Magnar. So why don't we see a battle roll here? Now, you guys are a little light on hope, some of you, but don't forget that you also have your sort of distinctive features, and if you spend a point of hope when you do something that can be related to a distinctive feature, you can actually get a bonus die to it. So just have a think.
I do have enemy lore orcs, so I think I might perhaps know roughly how they fight, having heard and read all about them. Like, they favor this sort of attack, etc. So that could maybe work.
Yeah, absolutely. If you wanted to spend a point of hope, I'd count you as being inspired, so you would get the 2 bonus dice for that if you would like.
All right. I think I'm going to need it because, we'll see.
I mean, the more successes you get, the more effective you are going to be at sort of coordinating this little battleground.
Oh, well.
No, the eye, the great eye of Sauron. Alas, that is going to be a failure. Maybe it's, you tell me, Rythian, is this like, why is it such a failure? Is this just the bloodlust is too strong? Is this just being too keen to sort of prove yourself?
I think, like, as much as Magnar wants to find that perfect place where, like, this is the position that works, we just aren't in a good place. The location we are placed in this cave, we have ended up being in a bad place. This is rough. We can't find a good spot.
Well, it's not just that.
From bad luck, you are getting in there, we're screwed.
You're in this cave and you look around. Is there anything you can use to make a wall? Well, not really, because you have those 2 ravenous wolves are still in the pen behind you. So if you use any of that, like fencing, or you try and create a barricade, you're going to have them to deal with, right, as well. So you sort of look around. There's really nothing you can do. You're sort of wedged in here, and very much like the kind of minds of Moria in the movie, you guys don't have a way to go. You have to hold and fight through the line here.
For all the like battle tactics and things, everything is learned. Sometimes you just don't have the option to do all the things you want to do. So he sort of like grits his teeth and get like, this is gonna have to go on luck, skill, and determination.
He just takes the front line, readies the shield, readies the axe, like the first line of defense alongside Huffer. And you guys say, all right, well, let's head on over to the battle diagram.
If I know the movies, which I think I do, we're about to hear a really loud roar, and the goblins are gonna scatter, and there's gonna be a Balrog.
There's a Balrog, a Balrog of Morgoth. Well, what I can tell you is, kind of coming round the corner from the caves that that lead deeper in, you see 5 figures. 3 of them are smaller and slimmer, and you recognize them as goblin archers. But these are definitely not the scrawny, half-starved things that you fought before. These are still goblins. They're smaller and sort of a lot more sort of sneaky and cunning than their bigger cousins, but they definitely look a lot healthier. And accompanying them are 2 proper true orcs. Big, hulking, wielding these sort of big machete-like axe, sort of like swords, cleavers, really, fully armored. These 5 figures come round the corner. It does mean, however, that we are going to have time for an opening volley. Of course, only poor Primula has a ranged weapon ready to go. So Primula, you and the goblins are all going to get shots off as this happens. Would you get to go first in the opening volley? So they kind of come around the corner, and again, very much like Aragorn and Boromir and Legolas, who are shooting through the doors. Like as one comes around the corner, you get the opportunity to loose an arrow before anything else happens. So what would you like to do?
Battle music.
Oh yes. Thank you. The quiet, calm Shire music is probably not the right one for it. In fact, let me go into the battle playlist.
Okay. Meanwhile, I will shoot this man, this little goblin, with my bow.
Very different energy, and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh,
so close. Just one off there, poor Primula, as you fire at the Goblin Archer, and the arrow sort of bounces off of its crude armor that you have in place. The three Goblin Archers, as they run around the corner, they are also going to fire. I think we're just going to do one each here to all of you. Let's start with Magnar, who's up at the front, as their bow of horn. There's not going to be any... I don't think there's going to be any penalties or anything to this. There's no need to do anything, so I'm just going to make a straight roll here. That's going to be a failure. So your shield, ping, Magnar. The first one bounces off. I'm going to save poor Primula till last. Huffer, an arrow coming your way from the opening volley.
Come on, I want to hear another ping.
Don't forget that if I roll an Eye of Sauron, that is my good thing that I get to do. Yeah. So I think that I am just going to do, I'm just going to do some extra damage, I think, on this. That is going to be... I think I just do... it just counts as a piercing blow. So I think Old Huffer needs to make a protection roll against this. So you're going to take 3 endurance damage. Huffer, you take 3 damage, basically. And then a piercing blow.
Okay, so 3 endurance.
If you see in chat, you should be able to click the protection roll test.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
let's see if your armor protects you.
Hope is in demand. Don't have that much of it. Not doing it here.
Not yet.
Oh my god, all these eyes, dude.
Well, I'm afraid to say that Old Huffer is wounded.
Classic.
This is going to be a short episode, huh?
Well, it could be. This could be the end of the little mini campaign that we've got here. Right, I've got to find the wounded rules again, because it's been a while since this happened. I think Huffer was the one who got wounded last time, actually, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I accidentally clicked the click.
Click to click.
I don't know if I added.
Oh boy. Did you roll on the injury roll table, or was that just me rolling it right now?
That was you, so I don't know why.
Yeah. So you click the injury roll rather than me, and then they'll roll, and then that will say what happens.
It did say Huffer is wounded and needs to make an injury roll.
Yeah, then I clicked it by accident, but Silas is supposed to click it. 4. Okay, it didn't update because I had already clicked. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, so there you go. 4 days. Yes, it did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it was actually good that I rolled 2. Silas rolled a 4 instead. Oh boy.
I'm not sure if I added my extra die from my armor to that protection roll.
Well, let's have a look here. I can't actually click it to see. It rolled, I think, 3 dice, I think? It did a feat die and 3 dice for your armor roll.
Let me just check. I can click on it again.
So you get 2 dice plus 1 dice for your helm. So it did roll correctly, I believe. But let me just check. You have a close fitting armor, so you do get to add 2 to the roll. So I don't know did you add that to it?
I did not.
Okay, let's just roll it again. So click on the protection roll test, and then when you do, you should have an option to add a +2 to that.
And to protection, where do I add the +2 though? Modifier? Result modifier, add the 2 to that?
Yes, result modifier 2, I think. If you add that, that should work.
Okay, so let's see.
So you just have to manually do it, that's all.
Great success. Protection roll.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Now I can see it. Yes, now I can see it. There you go. So that was a success. So you are not wounded.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
So you are not wounded. So I will undo that from you.
Nice. Very nice.
No longer wounded. So actually, you know, there's a vision of a potential world where that arrow stuck in your side, but your hardened leather ranger tunic, the arrow does not find purchase. But you do take 3 points of damage, which you have taken. So your endurance goes down by 3. Perfect. And then poor Primula, I'm afraid that you are the last of these goblin archers, as I'm going to shoot you as well. And I think, I'm just going to do a straight up roll, and I'm afraid to say that I hit you.
Oh God.
Now I haven't done an injury roll yet.
Hang on, I think I need to refresh. I'll be back.
You're going to be back, no problem.
6 damage immediately. Jesus.
Oh my God.
I chose to do a heavy blow rather than a piercing blow. Actually, no, I think you need to do it as well. I think it's 6 damage and a piercing roll, an armor test.
Christ.
This game is very hard. Combat is scary.
Especially
archers,
I always
man.
feel like we always have to roll against our target number. Like it feels like you need to be really, really good at something to even get it. Like that's so tough.
It's definitely tough. Like it's definitely tough.
Okay, where do I take the damage again? Is it?
So you should it should be just off your endurance.
Endurance, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah. So you can just do it straight to your endurance. You should be able to just like hover over as well, and do stuff, I think. Or if not, you can do it in the combat or miscellaneous or something like that. You can do damage, I think. One of them.
I will do it manually, so it's 6 damage.
Sure.
Okay.
6 points of damage, and then I do need a protection roll.
I did it manually as well. I just removed 3 from my max.
Yeah.
Protection roll. Difficulty 14. Okay. I think it might be time to use a hope.
I think that might be wise because your protection is you get 1 d12 and 2 d6. Now, do you have a distinctive feature that I don't think Keen-eyed or Eager is going to help you here, unfortunately.
I don't think
so.
Sadly not.
Sadly not. So you are just going to be 1 extra dice for your hope. That should do it automatically. I think you're good. Yeah, great success.
Nice.
So you are not wounded by that, which is very bad if you get wounded. But you do take the 6 points of endurance damage. So you kind of get nicked, or you throw yourself to the ground and it sort of twists your ankle or something like that. As these things. Well, that is the opening volley completed. So we go into
now we go into the battle proper.
Well, exactly. Now we go into the battle proper. But it means that so the way this works is you have these different stances. You have forward, open, defensive, and rearward. If you are in forward stance, you get to add a dice to every attack that you make, but any attacks against you also get to add a dice. If you are in the open stance, it's just a flat, no benefit, no penalty. It's just completely neutral. If you're in defensive, you minus a dice from all your attacks, but enemies attacking you will also take a minus. And then rearward is you can use ranged weapons. And there are like special like actions that you can take in those different stances as well. But also I want to remind you guys that if you do think of something else, like if instead of attacking you want to try a more creative idea, you want to try something unique, you absolutely can do that as well. So don't feel like you just have to attack. But it is probably the most effective way of killing orcs and goblins. So
yeah. Right. Well, there are a lot of them.
Yes, and I have to assign an enemy. I have to outnumber you to then sort of get behind you, basically. So once you've put your stances, I will assign enemies.
Should definitely stay rearward, so we need to move in. I'm thinking
rearward, absolutely.
Magnar's going to go open.
I feel like at the moment, right? Like the total amount of dice that will be added and not added, like by defensive, I removed more dice from them than is removed from me.
True.
But also, like, you gotta kill him ultimately.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to like to shift. Like shift stances once you're engaged. So
once you're engaged, yes. Once you've cleared all the enemies around you.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go forward as well. I'm gonna try to like get in early and
why to steal my thunder, dude?
Bro, if you want to talk about steal thunder, one of us was talking when the other one fucking just moved. All right. So...
All right.
Yeah. Well. No. I think we gotta just get them.
Yeah.
Get like some alpha strikes going quickly to lower their numbers.
Absolutely. And the two orc guards are going to immediately rush the two of you. Sort of they burst forward as you guys rush forward towards the entrance to this cave, and the four of you basically emerge into a massive melee, a big clash together. The three goblins are gonna hang back and try and get some more shots.
Side. I was wondering where their thing.
Oh yeah, they're distant.
They're
yes, they are. I've rotated them at its stupid Foundry. I always it defaults to it, and I don't know how to turn it off.
I see.
So yeah, they are active.
Try holding down control and mouse wheeling on them. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, we can see them.
They woke up.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, they woke up. Yay.
Hello. So the two orc guards are going to rush forward, and then the three goblins are going to hang back. And I believe that in combat, and again, do forgive me, chat. This is me trying to do it for the first time after it's rules. So I believe that it's always players first, and it's people in the forward stance first. So basically, you guys get to pick whether Huffer or Magnar goes, basically.
It doesn't matter. You can go first if you want.
Sure.
Alrighty. The Huffer steps forward. I've given you each an orc guard.
Yeah, I charge forward. I just attack the... I still have my torch in my one hand and my sword in the other.
Could we? Like, how does it work to like drop the torch so he can use his two hand? Could he just like quickly drop his torch behind us so we still have light, but then he can swap to holding it in two hands?
I would say you can drop the torch, but there is a chance it may go out in like future turns, right? And you'll have to, and then you'd be fighting in darkness, because there is a chance that like dust gets kicked on it, dirt gets kicked on it, and it extinguishes the flame, because it is only just like a flaming torch, right? So I would say you could do that, but there is a risk on future turns, and it will just be, I'll probably do it as like a straight D6 roll, and like on a 6 it goes out, or and maybe it's like a 5-6 on the next round and stuff like that.
Also,
what kind of downsides will we get if we're in the dark?
It will be very bad. It will be like penalty, like probably -2 dice fight fight in the dark, because it's pitch black in here.
Yeah.
Go on, Kirsty.
Do we need to change Huffer and Magnar's stance, because they're both?
Oh yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. So I believe I do that in combat and move.
I think we're currently still set in opening volley, so that will
no, you should be
when we move ahead.
Oh, hang on, yeah.
Because if you click on the combat thing, it says opening volley.
Yes, there you go. So
now,
there we go.
Okay,
there you go. So now it goes into action initiative. So Huffer, you are up, my friend.
Yep. I'm trying to decide whether I just attack one-handed, or if I, is there a world in which I can do like a cool swing with my sword and then also hit them with the fucking torch after?
So what I would say is you are dual wielding. I would say, I don't know if there's rules for this. I'm just going to make this rule up, because I don't want to waste time looking up for it. I would say you can do that, but the second attack is going to be like a penalty, basically. So you'll be at like a -1 dice penalty to attack with the torch.
Right.
Because I think that's cool, right? It's Aragorn like fighting the Nazgul, right? Like you swing with the sword, and then you try and bash them with the torch, set like their crude leather armor or like hide cloaks on fire. But it is going to be a penalty, I think, to do that.
Okay, how do I attack him again?
So hover over the guy you want to fight and press T to target.
I've done that.
And then at the top, you can see you've got like these tabs that you can hover over. And if you do combat, you can just click on your longsword, and it should bring up everything, basically.
just looking if there's long swords. And
then for the torch, I think we're just going to do it as a brawling attack. It won't do much damage, but it might like set them on fire or something like that.
Sure, I am just worried in a sense that if we're doing it this way, this will count as a two-handed attack for my sword.
Yes, because I think we had that problem last time, didn't we? Let me check it.
Do you want me to just do a two-handed roll, but with a penalty instead?
Well, what happens with it being longsword two-handed is it makes the injury rating, so it makes it harder. If you get a piercing blow, it makes it harder for them to resist it, and we can just kind of factor that in, basically. So I think it should be okay. Yeah, that's weird, because I did set it to be one-handed, but it doesn't seem to have updated. Oh, no, I think it has, because it's currently got your injury at 18, so it is one-handed at the moment, so you're all good.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Please.
All these dice.
There's a lot of dice. It's a success, but it's not a great success. It's just a normal success.
Just a little success.
So how much damage is that? 5 points of damage to this orc guard. I believe, let me just check. Yes. These are a lot tougher than the goblins and wolves that you fought before. So that blow, it sort of, you strike at it and it sort of jumps back. It's wounded, it's winded, but it's not, this is still a very capable fighting orc at this stage.
Okay.
All right.
Now striking with the torch.
Yeah,
right?
so basically do the same thing, target him, and then go to your
Brawling,
combat,
right?
and then just do a brawling roll, basically. This is probably only going to do, I'm going to say it's going to do, like, maybe 2 points of damage, but there's a chance it sets him on fire.
Okay.
No, easily dodges the clumsy swing of the flaming torch. But the first blow definitely still struck true. So we jump over to Magnar.
Okay, I think I'm going to take the opportunity to, seeing the orc fighting Huffer, avoiding the torch and so on, I think I'm going to hope to try to catch him unaware. So I'm going to attack the same target as my pal Huffer is.
I believe that you can do that, yeah.
So here we go.
I actually, or do you have to fight the one who's engaging you?
Yeah, if that is a thing, I was under the impression that both of us are engaged with both of them. But if it's different, I will quite happily change.
I will quickly look this up because rules, stances are paired with one or more opponents. Yes, I believe you do have to fight yours first.
Then never mind that. Then I'm fighting this guy instead.
So technically, like, Primula can try and shoot at them because she's not engaged with an enemy, so she can try and shoot at one that's weakened. But you, I think, have to fight the one that you are currently.
Okay, then we're gonna have to go for it. I can't keep spending hope, so this is gonna have to be a normal attack. Here we go.
It's all right, I believe you're gonna roll super well.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna.
There you go. 2 6 is extraordinary success. So you get to choose a bunch of extra bits.
Very nice.
So you get to do heavy blows, which will do extra damage, I believe. You can also do things like fend off. You exploit your successful attack to place yourself in an advantageous position. So you get to increase your defenses, depending on what weapon you're using. Pierce is you get to increase basically like your crit chance, effectively. Shield thrust. If you have a shield, you can bash your opponent with your shield, pushing them back.
What's the benefit of pushing them back?
So if your strength is greater than your target's attribute level, spend 1 success icon to push your target back. The adversary is inflicted a penalty, losing 1 die for the length of the round. In the rare case, there's special damage. Also, I believe that they have to spend their action like getting back into the fight, basically.
That seems good. And I do have a shield, so that would be fun to do for sure.
Mm-hmm. So you have 2 successes, so you get to choose 2 of those options, I believe.
So I'll do 1 for the shield thrust then, which will push him back and so on. And then, so I could either do heavy blow, which is just extra damage, or piercing, which can give him a wound if he doesn't roll a protection roll, I believe, right?
I think you have to it has to be enough because you modify your feat die rolled. and your feat die was only a 3, so I don't think you can push that up to a piercing blow, because I think you only get like a certain number. You basically spend a success to add to your crit chance, basically. So I would personally just do the extra damage, I think, at this point.
Okay, so 1 shield thrust and then 1 heavy blow.
Yeah, did you get a range of options come up, by the way?
No, nothing popped up.
Oh, did it not? That's weird. Okay, well, basically, spend 1 success icon to inflict additional loss of endurance equal to your strength rating. So what is your strength rating?
My strength, 6, I guess, is my strength.
6 is your strength. And how much damage does your axe normally do?
It is... is it injury, right? Is the damage it does?
No, it should just have straight damage.
Well, 5.
Yes, 5.
Yeah.
Inflict your adversary an additional loss of endurance equal to your strength rating. Yeah, so you've got a strength of 6, right?
Yes, I do.
Damn. Then, yeah. That's an extra 6?
So
that's crazy.
5 damage from the axe and then an extra 6 from my strength.
So 11. That's crazy.
Very.
And then you knock him back as well.
With the shield thrust.
Yes, very nice. I will say this. The orc is still standing, even from that heavy blow. So you watch as Magnar, you swing the axe, and it impales into his chest, sending him flying backwards, like denting the armor, bending it in, but leaving him heavily wounded, scrambling to get up off the floor. Incredible, big hit from Magnar. We go to Primula.
Okay, I was going to shoot one of the goblins, but if
you could try and finish. He's very hurt. Yeah, big wrench in his armor. You could try and shoot for that.
Okay.
Did it also? Did you say the shield was also like penalizes defense, or
loses one die for attacks, I believe.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna try and get him then.
Yeah, go for it.
Get him.
Gonna do a little.
It's weird
shot.
that the little bonus thing didn't pop up for you, because normally it does.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I also did like the little thing that showed the Huffer attacks doing their blah blah blah. It didn't say anything like that for me.
Oh, that's not so good. That's
Primula.
Oh, no, I can't keep spending hope.
You can't.
Our difficulty is at 18. Jesus.
So the thing is basically these guys have a parry score which modifies the target number to try and hit them.
Oh my god.
But I mean, think about like you got that with your dice roll, but you were rolling like
you need it really just feels
dice.
like you need the 6s the entire time.
You do, big time.
Yeah. Now I will remind you, Primula, one of the things you can do in your stance is you can do like a take aim action effectively. So that's one. Prepare shot. So you make a scan roll as your action for the round, and then the next attack you make gets an extra dice, plus an extra dice for each success you make on the scan roll. So it's like you basically you take a whole turn to try and aim. But in this case,
do that next time, then.
You might do that next time. So you miss. So this orc guard kind of gets to his feet and sort of rushes back in, but that is going to be his action, I believe, when you get knocked back. Then
I hope so, because I imagine that would be the benefit of pushing someone back, you know?
Yes. Well, you also get the penalty. That's the I can't decide if it's the penalty or the pushback, so I'm just going to say it's both for now.
Sure.
But the goblin archers. They can shoot into melee. There's no reason that they can't, but they're going to start by shooting at poor Primula. The first one, at least, is anyway. So I'm just going to roll. Do I want to spend a point of hate to add a bonus die to this?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I do. No, I think you're quite right. I don't think I do.
I
don't think I need to. I don't think I need to. Well, that's 3 damage to you, Primula, and then I need a protection roll, please.
Okay.
That's these arrows. Listen, guys, I normally don't bring the high rollers luck with me when I GM and private and other games. Normally, the high rollers luck stays at high rollers, but for some reason, is that like my 3rd one?
I think
You've rolled so many.
Okay,
that's 6 then.
Get them
That's a
6s
success. That's a success. So you are safe for now, Primula, but you do take 3 endurance damage.
That's fine.
We go to the next goblin, who I think both of these other goblins, having just seen Magnar deal this incredible blow, I think they're both going to target Magnar with a shot.
Makes sense.
Sensing, and this dwarf in their cave, dwarf, kill the dwarf! They kind of scream. Nearly. But I am gonna add
6s and 5s, and oh my god,
that's gonna be 6 damage as I get to do a heavy blow. 6 endurance damage to you, Magnar, and I've still got one more goblin who's going to do the exact same thing. And is going to roll. And
here comes I. Oh my god!
They're rolling so many die.
This is absolutely
You're in
insane.
because they're in forward position. I get to add 4d6 instead of 3. So that's going to be 9 endurance damage, Magnar.
Okay. So I am now weary.
You're weary. Okay.
So
yep. Might want to get your helmet off. I don't know if that will help much, but you are now weary.
No. And if they do 9 damage, I'm dead in 2 hits. So never mind. Like,
well, I mean, that was an extraordinary roll. I got like 2
are
extra
they in forward
sixes.
position?
You guys
No, we
are. So yeah, you guys are. So I get to add it.
Right, that's what you mean. Yes. Okay.
It means you guys get to roll that extra dice, but yeah, they get to do the same thing as well. And then we finally come to this last Orc Guard who is facing off against Huffer, and he's just going to roll with his.
He's just going to whiff.
Cleaver. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to whiff.
He's just going to whiff.
Maybe he easily could. Yeah, sure. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Guys,
okay.
But also, I can't even fudge these because it's Foundry. Like, I can't be like, oh, they missed. Like, I can't, like, it's literally on the screen for everyone to see. That's 11 damage, Huffer. I'm
Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't understand how the. Yeah, of course you're weary. So am I, bro. Like how is from now on we're gonna suck because we're not gonna be able to roll anything anymore. Like where you're immediately screwed, and they're all still alive.
Well, one is very badly damaged. One is very badly hurt. Okay, one is very badly. Like,
it's fine.
Honestly,
Please roll a 18. We've hit.
Fine, Rythian, it's fine. Watch this.
We're doomed, bro.
Nah, watch this.
well, we go to the top of a brand new round.
Yeah.
We had a good run.
Listen, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Did
It's
we have a
fine.
good run?
Rythian, just watch this. All right, it's fine.
I love it when Zylus is uber confident. Like, it's one of my favorite things.
So here we go. Right, I attack. Seeing this, I drop the torch on the floor, and I need to fucking hit.
We need to take this.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna spend every single fucking hope I have to see me.
Can I?
I mean, it's also it's one of those things where you guys aren't rolling great, and I'm rolling like fucking Sauron.
Can you set this to a 2-hand attack now?
Yes, I can. Let me do that for you. Longsword, edit, 2 hands, close. That should be. Yep, that should currently be in. I'm just gonna manually do that. Cool.
Okay. What is my shadow rating at? Let's have a look. It's on 2. I can spend that hope. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
1 second. I just did your 2-handed. I did it wrong. There we go. Okay. Okay, you should be good now. Yeah, spend that hope. You already get an extra dice because you're in forward position. Might help with the weariness. Might help.
It
might be.
It's fine. Let's see. And I swing my sword very sternly. Mark?
Sorry, was that?
Very sternly swing my sword.
Oh, you very sternly swing your sword?
Yeah.
Very sternly.
I think right now being stern could be a benefit. Yes. Yes.
What?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
Listen. We take it. We take it.
It's fine. Okay. So I get to add.
You click the hope, and then you click the inspired button when you roll.
Yes.
Oh, inspired. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy. Here we go. Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, that's right, because 1, 2, 3s count as
6
nothing.
die?
37?
Wait, how do you get 6 die?
Because I'm fucking Huffer, dude.
Basically, because he's Huffer, so he gets 3 dice base, +1 for being in forward, and then he was inspired and spent a hope, so he got an extra 2.
Okay.
And he got he got a 10 on his D12 as well.
Hey,
all right, okay,
watch this damage. I told you, don't worry, guys.
29 damage.
And it's technically a piercing blow. I'm gonna roll it. The guy's dead anyway.
I do not understand this system. This system is... I do not get this system.
I mean,
Nothing
the thing
makes
is,
sense.
It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. How many 6s did he roll on that roll? So he got 3 6s.
Probably.
Every 6 that you roll is an extra success. So for every 6, you get to do one of those extra combat actions, right?
I added 21 damage with those 6s.
Because he's adding his strength to the damage for every 6 he rolls.
I have 7 strength.
Plus the base weapon, and he failed his save against the critical hit anyway. So this Orc Guard is immediately killed.
How extraordinary that success is.
He cleaves through the other 3.
Is there a chance that I chop the head off when the head flies in the morgue cage?
Absolutely.
So they're still distracted.
Absolutely. You do a full-on Aragorn double-handed swing. The head comes off. It flies through the air like a football and lands inside the wolf pen. And you hear them sort of pounce on fresh meat as it comes in. But yeah, good. Huffer, you just annihilate this guy.
Good.
Magnar.
He did that.
Perfect.
Do the same thing.
I need to get this guy.
Go on, Magnar.
This guy's really weakened. This guy is very, very hurt.
I'm gonna spend a hope. I know about orcs. I'm asking to get inspired
absolutely.
For that too.
I think that counts as absolutely. This is what you do. So being weary. Oh no, those 1s and 2s count as 0s.
Really no.
The weariness. Rythian's just raging. He's just like, fuck this game.
Listen. I can be diplomatic by shutting the fuck up about everything I think about the system. But
I mean, the system's great. The dice rolls are not great. The system works fine. It's just you guys, unfortunately, it is a cascading failure. When you fail a lot, it really mounts up. But it's fine. Primula's got this. Primula's got this. All right.
I'm going to go for one of the goblins, I think.
Yeah. I mean, those goblins did a lot of damage, those archers.
Yeah, the volleys are very bad.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I was going to prepare a shot.
You could try that if you would like to. Your friends are still holding them back. Like, they're not going to be able to get to you while your friends are still up.
And I get an extra D6 for doing that?
So what you do is you make it's a skill roll, unfortunately. So you make a scan roll.
Right.
If you succeed, you get to add an extra dice to the next roll you make. And for every extra success, so for every 6 that you roll, you get to add another D6 to your next attack. So
if I roll no 6s...
If you roll, you'll get 1 D6 on your next attack.
I'll get one extra one. Okay.
If you rolled like 2 6s, that'd be 3 extra D6 on your next attack.
So if I were to roll a scan... Okay.
So I don't know how good you are at scan, but...
I roll 2d12s and 2d6.
I mean, that's a pretty good chance you're going to... And you're going to need to be a DC 16 probably on that. So on average, you do succeed, so you'll get at least 1d6, but it means you're not attacking this turn.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Or I could just go all in and
you could just try and take him out
my hope.
And just spend a hope and try and get it. I mean, you've got 11 out of 16. You've got good hope to spare.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to go for it, I think. Okay. I'm going to spend a hope.
Now, do you have a distinctive feature that might help you?
I'm very eager to kill this goblin.
I mean, I would probably imagine that keen-eyed would help you a bit more, but sure, we can go with eager. So yeah, you can mark yourself as inspired. You can mark yourself as inspired.
Okay.
And are you going to go for an archer? Or are you going to go for one of the goblin archers? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. All right.
So you sort of you see this battle. Magnar just took a massive hit, but Huffer just cut one in half. That's a great success. You get to do a bit of extra damage here.
Shall I do a heavy blow?
Yes, because you won't be able to boost your piercing up enough, I don't think.
Okay, yeah. Bam.
8 points of damage to one of the goblin archers.
Very nice.
I don't know. Actually, I can't actually tell which one you struck at.
There's the top one.
It was the very top one.
Guy.
That is perfect. Yeah. And in fact, 8 damage is exactly what you needed.
Yay!
As you strike him dead, Primula. Your arrow finds the chink in its crude armor, and it flumps over dead as your little halfling arrow pierces through its hide and into its body. And in fact, it is slain. Great stuff. Right, Magnar, the orc guard that ran up to you is going to take a swing. However, is going to be at a reduced dice for this turn. So I will do, yes.
Is it for this turn?
Yeah, because remember you knocked him back.
Turn?
So he hasn't gone yet.
Last round.
Yeah, but he had to spend his turn running in, so he didn't get to actually do it.
Yeah, but he did that last turn. This is a new round. This round I missed him entirely.
I believe it said something like,
just fucking take it.
No, I mean, you play the
Rythian
rules.
wants to play by the rules, and I appreciate that.
Last round I had a good round.
Let me have a check.
I knocked him back, and he got the penalty for that round. Then he goes after me, but he couldn't attack me, so he moved in, and that was the end of his turn.
I think this is
now
actually...
it's a new round. New round I missed entirely. Now he's normal,
I think this
basically.
is making sense because I think that this is why shield thrust. The adversary is inflicted by a penalty for the length of the round. So this makes sense, right? Because this is where I was confused, because when I've seen knockback before, it basically it pushes the enemy back, and they basically there's no penalty. They just spend their next turn running back into the battle. I think that this the player action one is you just give them a dice penalty and that's it. You don't actually knock them back, because otherwise it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like they would have to spend their turn running back in anyway, so it doesn't make sense. So yes, but you are correct. No penalty this roll. So I'm just going to roll an attack against you. And of course I hit. And it's a crit. And it's a crit. And it's a heavy blow. So that's going to be 7 points of damage, and I need a protection roll from you.
Okay.
Okay. You are protected. You succeed. Look at that dwarven armor deflecting the blow, but it is 7 points of endurance, unfortunately. You know, you are exhausted, Magnar. Now, you don't die at endurance 0, just so you know. Okay. You don't die. But it is just you are exhausted, and it becomes much, much, much harder. And there is a greater risk of injury. But we go next. I think, Huffer, you are getting the... do I fight you? I think... Because this is the last round they get to shoot before they're going to have to run in to engage you. So I think, Huffer, both of these goblin archers are going to try and fire kind of snapshots at you, basically.
Bring it on, bitch.
Yeah. No. This is goblin archer targeting Huffer, combat bow of horn. Yeah, they're going to just try and... one arrow finds purchase.
Sixes, man.
6. Yes. Again, that being in that forward position, giving me that extra d6, it makes a big difference. And then the second one. Oh, that looks bad.
Good.
That's a failure. So the second arrow, you managed to dodge the side, and that brings us to the end of our foes goes. One of the archers has to come and engage you, Huffer, because you are currently unengaged. But it is the start of a brand new turn.
Okay. I think we just stick with what we've been doing.
Yeah. You're going to spend a hope on this one, or?
I don't think I will.
No. Okay.
I'm a little bit too close to Shadow and Hope overlapping.
How much have you got left?
I've got 3 hope. I think.
It's showing 4. It's showing you've got 4 for me.
I have 4 hope and I've got 2 shadows. So.
Oh my god.
I have a lower max hope than you do, to be fair.
He does, yeah. Rangers are traumatized by their
I've got severe PTSD.
Yeah.
He's got no hope for him.
It's alright, it's just a goblin archer. You've
just
got
a goblin archer.
You've
Watch
got this
this.
guy. Watch this.
Submit, heavy blow, boom.
Even with an Eye of Sauron, you still manage to succeed and get a great success. Huffer cleaves this goblin in 2. Just bam, rolls a 6, rolls high enough on all of his d6s, and just cleaves this goblin down. That ran in to just to die.
Is to just say, watch this.
Yeah,
and it worked.
Yeah,
Magnar.
Yeah.
Try it.
All right, I have to try this guy. Watch this.
No,
Question mark?
You need to be more confident.
No, you need to be confident.
No, I do not have confidence. I do not have
this.
confidence.
And that is why you fail.
That is why you fail.
For fuck's sake. Wait.
You did it!
He did it!
Well,
It's just a regular
it's just
success.
a shit one.
Yeah,
but,
unfortunately,
yeah.
no 6s, but still damage is damage, right?
Enough.
Did you target him, Rythian? I don't think you.
Yes,
Oh no,
he
you
is
did.
targeted.
Yeah,
I don't
weird.
know why it's not working for me.
Oh.
It's working for everyone else. But
Yeah, it's actually showing not targeted because you rolled that against your base difficulty, not against with his parry in there.
what am I doing wrong then? Because
So
like,
you
it looks
select
like
yourself, you've targeted him with T.
Yeah, but the little thing doesn't show up. Like you see the little icon over everyone else, shows their target. Mine doesn't seem to show up, despite me targeting people.
Do you want to reload Foundry and see if it's like a Foundry
Sure.
issue?
Yeah.
Just because it matters, because they do get a defensive bonus, but also I don't know if you're getting your forward position roll there as well, because you only rolled 3d6 on that. And I think that you should be getting at least 4.
Yeah, my
you should
targeting
be
is
getting
not
4.
working.
Yeah.
My targeting is not working.
Would you like me to do it for you, at least in the interim?
Yeah. Like,
So I can
I don't
target
know.
him, and then I can do the combat roll with you.
because it's targeting.
I
I'm
can
seeing the
see-
thing, but I'm not seeing the little circle. I'm not seeing the little dot appear.
Yeah.
Weird.
Are
yeah.
you seeing the dot appear?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I've done it for you, so I've selected you and then targeted the creature, and it seems to be working for me.
I can see it when you're moving it around with me.
Very
Okay.
strange.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Uh,
I'm not seeing like anything. Like if I roll now, I should be getting 4, right?
you should be getting 4d6, and it should be
Which
you're
I'm
not
not.
getting them. Yeah.
It's
that
like the
is
game
very
doesn't
weird.
recognize that I am where I am and I'm attacking where I'm attacking.
You're definitely in the right thing because it's coming up as it being in forward stance for me. Like I can roll
Yeah.
it for you, but I don't know why. Have you got like graphics acceleration turned off or something? Or
No, that would just make it the system should
Slow.
still work ultimately. Like I don't know if like because what I'm doing is I'm clicking the axis on my sheet. Is there something else I should be
try
doing?
doing it from the top, the drop down menu at the top instead. So select yourself, target him, and then do the
It's
combat.
still the same.
Still the
Yeah.
same. That's so weird because it's working for me. All right, well, let me do the roll for you just for
Sure.
this round, and then I don't know if like another like complete refresh or something might work. See, when I roll for you, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Great
yeah, so the
success,
extra
Rythian. Well
difficulty
done.
and a great.
Woohoo!
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me who rolled that. If anything, I just roll an extra d6 and we look basically. But like
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, no,
I
because it's
don't
not
understand
adding
why it isn't
the
working.
difficulty as well, because it adds an extra 2 difficulty to it, because
Yeah.
it's parry rating. Well, let's just mark it as dead now because I wanted to do that as a test to make sure it definitely is working for, you know, it's not Foundry that's broken. It's just some weird thing with you and.
Well, how much
not
damage
being
would
able
I
to
do
type.
normally?
You would normally
'Cause-
do 5 from your
'cause I
weapon and then
actually
6
missed.
from your strength.
Because I need to roll an extra d6. Because I rolled a 13, but I need to hit with a 15.
Right, I see. Okay. So yeah, do you want to
Yeah.
just do yours then?
Because
Oh,
that
six.
is
So,
an
then,
actual
so that would have
6.
it literally would have matched exactly what I just rolled, basically.
So that would have been basically a 19 on the roll with 8 extra success.
Yes. So
which
your
I
difficulty
think
was
makes it a
15,
great success.
and it makes it a great success, which means you can apply
Yeah.
heavy blow. So it's exactly the
Okay.
same situation as
Yeah.
what I just rolled there.
Good,
I don't know
good,
why
good.
it's not working for you that way. That's
Yeah,
very strange.
I don't know. Like why it's not reacting to it. You know?
Yeah, it seems like a weird thing. Primula, there is
Yes.
one goblin left.
I'm going to shoot him with my bow.
My bow.
Yeah, sod it. Oh, go hope again. I'm not going to be cheeky with the inspired. I am eager, but I'm not too eager that I get a dice every time.
No. What if you get some more shadow though? That'd be great.
It's fine. I did it.
It's
I
a great
did it.
success.
A great success.
And that is
8
enough. We know that
damage.
you with a great success is enough. So as Magnar deals that heavy blow, finishing off the orc that he'd already injured earlier, the arrow sails over his shoulder and slams into the last remaining goblin, who goes flying back and it lands dead. And that is going to bring this encounter to an end.
Oh,
Give
my
me a
God.
second, and I will put us onto. Okay.
Because I'm very tired.
I'm more than tired.
If
I can barely stand.
You stand amongst the bodies of these orcs and goblins. They're occasionally still twitching, their bodies jerking back and forth as the last few breaths of life escape their lips. And there is a beat. There is a few moments left. Yes, I believe that they know that, Char. You can change your stance. I think you, not if you're engaged, though, but I will check that. But you have a brief respite, a brief moment. Weary, but not wounded, which is very, very important. So, what would you guys like to do?
I think Primula will run over to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
A bit panicked. And to be like, "Oh, are you okay? But we need to get out of here. There might be more of them."
Just a scratch. This is clearly not a scratch. Magnar is feeling very, very bad. Like hurt and wounded. Well, not technically wounded, but are there more? Like, do we hear any more? Like, do we get the sense that there might be more of them around?
Well, what I will tell you is this: you remember the young ranger that you spoke of their leader. You don't get the impression that any
none of these look
them.
like the leader. Yeah.
You don't hear immediate armored footsteps, but in those brief moments where you wait and pause and listen, you do begin to hear two weak human voices calling from wherever these orcs and goblins just come from. Like, please, is anyone? Are you from Bree? Help us, please. Please, like you can kind of hear this very faint shout coming from, echoing down the tunnel from there.
Further down the cave? Okay.
Yeah, into where these guys all came from.
You hear that?
Could be
There's someone in there.
There's more people we must save. But I don't know if I'm ready to. Is there anything we can do to recover our endurance at this point?
There is. Yes, you can do some first aid on each other. I think
that would be very nice.
I'm also just checking to see what happens as well, if there is in terms of recovery. Okay, so there's two things you can do. You could take a short rest, which is, sort of maybe about an hour of inactivity. So, like, finding somewhere, holing up, trying to rest and recover. And that would allow you to restore a number of lost endurance points equal to your strength rating. So you would get your strength rating back. You can also, each person can receive first aid once, basically during the sort of adventuring phase. So this is a healing roll. This is those are injuries. So I believe that in terms of endurance, no, there is not a way to get any back apart from taking that rest. But do remember that you basically, endurance is not death. It is not hit points. That is the wounded condition. So you are tired. You are worn out, exhausted, but you are not down yet.
True, but weary is a very difficult debuff.
Yes.
I want to avoid having it as much as possible.
It's also weird to take a short rest when we can hear people.
Yeah, we can hear
absolutely. Yeah, that is not really the moment to take a short rest, I feel. But we should definitely heal with first aid if we can.
There's nothing to heal, though.
Yeah,
That's
so sorry, that was my mistake. Yeah, first aid heals injuries.
Okay.
It doesn't restore
So that doesn't actually get back endurance?
No, I believe the only way to get back endurance is through short and long rests, basically. I believe on a long rest, you get everything back. A prolonged rest each day. You recover all lost endurance points, yes. But if you're wounded, you only get back your strength score. In wounds, in recovery. But you do, resting is what you basically need to be doing at this stage. If you want to.
Yeah, I mean, but literally, if we're in the cave and there are people right in front of us, like, we can't just take
you
an
hear
hour
them
to chill,
shouting from further within, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think just for role-playing reasons, it makes no sense.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we have to go at least slowly scout to see what kind of situation they're in. If they feel safe enough to shout, then maybe at the very least there's no enemies right where they are.
Possibly they could also just be desperate, but it's up to you guys. You could,
Are we hearing anything else besides them shouting? Are we hearing any orcs saying "shut the hell up, human" or anything like that? No?
You don't hear that right now, no. But again, there could be other connected passages. It could be that they're waiting to see if anybody comes back from the scouts. You could try and stealth ahead and try and see and try and get your view. It is
I think
dark.
we need to at least see what it is like. Yeah.
Sure.
I can sneak in.
I pick up the torch again before anything.
I think because it was only a round, I was going to roll, but I think you managed to kind of pick it up and maybe sort of fan it back to life, breathe on it and give it some oxygen, and it sort of it remains illuminated.
Good.
Yeah.
I could go ahead and see how far they are, and I could, maybe let them out, but
be careful, little hobbit.
If there's any troubles, you come back here, okay?
Okay.
I imagine it's just like Magnar is just exhausted. It's like you're just like breathing heavy, sweating.
Yeah.
Huffer, you're kind of like feeling all the aches and pains of slightly older age kind of affecting you. And Primula, you begin to make your way. So if I could get a stealth roll from you, please, Primula. Oh, but also, this is something that I realized we'd forgotten as well. At the beginning of the game, when you guys made your characters, you picked a number of useful items, right? You got a couple of, depending on your sort of status of wealth, you got to pick several useful items. And I think I noticed you had felt shoes for stealth.
I do.
So you actually get to add an extra die to any stealth checks where that would be relevant. And I think moving through a cave, that probably is going to be very beneficial, right?
Okay. So would that just be one of the bonus dice that I could
just add a bonus die. Yeah, you just add one bonus die. And it's the same for Huffer and Magnar. If you have check your useful items, and you do get to add a dice whenever they would be relevant.
I literally only have my
pipe weed. Yeah, you have your pipe weed. That's it.
Okay.
I have a sunstone for travel and a quiver for hunting.
Ah, very nice. Okay, success. Not a great success, but success.
God, that was just enough.
Just enough with all of those bonus dice. Again, just rolling two d12s and you get a 5 and a 4. Not even average, it's just...
You have a quiver for hunting, but you got rid of your bow.
I know, but I'm not going to have...
It could be something else. It could be like a trap or something like that.
I don't want to have the load in a combat because weary is so fucking bad, so I'm using it. I'm having it for hunting, not for fighting,
So Primula, you creep down these, ancient old natural caves. And I think that, again, not to always relate it back to the movies and the books, but we kind of get a parallel here of Bilbo down in the caves in Goblin Town, sneaking around Gollum. But you kind of creep your way forward, eager and keen-eyed, but a little nervous, a little apprehensive, and you eventually follow the cave. It's not too far from the others, but definitely you have to take several twists and are out of sight of the other two. You lose track, and so you're sort of fumbling your way in the dark, making your way down, and you emerge into a larger cavern. Clearly being used by these orcs and goblins as sleeping quarters. The smell is rank. It smells of rotten meat and tanned hides. Is a very pungent and foul place. But there is a crack up in the cave wall that is just letting in a narrow beam of daylight, which is highlighting a little stream that runs alongside it. And you can see that the orcs have sort of pitoned and wedged a sort of flap over it to try and block it out, but it looks like it's broken loose and is now sort of hanging open, just giving you enough light, ambient light, to see dimly in this chamber. You can see several filthy tents, hide tents made of animal hide, crude weapon racks, piles of wolf furs being used as bedding. There are barrels of fetid water and drying racks where strips of hopefully animal meat are being left out to dry and turn into sort of travel rations. At the far back of the cave, you can see that a very crude wooden cage has been made, and there are two figures kind of huddled together in it currently. There is also another passageway that seems to lead even deeper into the cave, following in the direction of where that little trickling stream is coming from.
Okay.
But you don't see any sign of any orcs in here. You definitely would notice that there are more tents and beds than the orcs that you've just fought. But there's nobody's coming running or anything like that right now.
Okay. How sort of far away is the other side of the cave? Is it quite a large?
I'd say it's quite a large cave, but there's like all the tents and piles of furs and these gross barrels that there's enough that you could sort of sneak and weave your way around them, basically.
Yeah. I want to let them out.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a bad idea.
This is your opportunity, Primula. You are the only one here and the only one who sees this. You probably hear another sort of probably they wouldn't shout out again, but you hear kind of muttered conversation like, it's no use, they're probably dead, the orcs probably killed, but mate, what if it was the guards from Bree? You kind of hear like muttered conversation.
Okay, I'll sneak over to them, and if they catch sight of me, I will like silently shush them.
Just be like, yeah, be quiet.
Yeah.
You make your way over. They don't spot you. You're a hobbit, right? You've succeeded in your stealth. When you don't want to be seen by big folk, you're not seen. So you kind of creep your way over and you look in, and inside this crude cage, wearing probably the clothes that it was probably like bed clothes, like they're wearing sort of like night dresses, are two women who are sort of holding each other in a very affectionate, loving way, sort of clung to each other. They've got bruises on their faces. They've got a few cuts and scrapes. It looks like that they put up a hell of a fight before they were captured. They remind you of they're Breelanders, so they're a little bit shorter than Huffer and everything else, but taller than Magnar. Sturdy folk, but probably farmers, it looks like, by their sort of build and, their rough hands. And, these aren't wealthy merchants or anything like that. They look like farmers, two women who are sort of like consoling each other. Yeah. They haven't spotted you. You can see that there is a very crude iron lock on this cage, but apart from that, it's thick, sturdy bits of wood bound by pretty solid, heavy ropes and things like that. And they don't seem to have any way of trying to break through that, really.
Okay. I'd like to get close enough to look at the lock.
Sure. Yeah.
And again, if they see me, I'm going to try my best to have them stay quiet and not be like, oh.
You move so silently, and they're so exhausted, and it's still dark. It's dim enough that you can see with your keen sort of your keen eyes, but they're just so wrapped up in this sort of horrible situation that they're in that they don't hear or notice you. You manage to pad your way all the way up to the lock, and remember, you're only a little thing. Like most big folk tend to overlook you anyway. So you make your way over, and it's crude. It's a pretty simple lock. Like, this is not clever craftsmanship. It looks like it's been hastily made. A very simple, just bolt and key, basically.
Okay. I'll try and get their attention then. I'll be like, psst, hey, excuse me.
What? And you sort of see them look around, and now that you want to, they sort of start, and they're like, is that a hobbit?
Hello.
What are you doing here, little miss? You shouldn't be here. There are orcs and goblins.
Look, please don't talk too much. I'm here with my friends. They're in the other room, but they're hurt. I'm gonna try and get you out.
Please, yes, please. There were orcs in here. Did your friends fight them? We heard fighting.
Yes, we fought them, but they were very strong. Do you know if there are more?
There are more, yes, but I don't think they're here right now. Their leader, he took several of them away. I think that they'll probably return by nightfall, but they're not here right now.
Okay.
Those the ones that were in here, the ones that your friend, the ones that just left. They were the ones who were left here. But there are more.
Okay. Well, we need to get out of here before they come back. So, just sit tight, and I'll work on this.
And I'm gonna try and open the lock.
Yeah, absolutely, sure. You're a burglar, right? Like, I think you just do it. I don't think that there's not like a thievery skill or anything like that. I think it is just you can do this. Let me just check very briefly. The burglar. This venerable talent includes pickpocketing, lockpicking, and in general any shadowy way to get hold of possessions from others from protected areas. There probably is a role for it, but I'm just going to say you could do it. I don't know. Yeah, I think like sometimes it's like a weird one. Like I've seen them use like riddle and things like that for stuff, but I don't think that really applies. Like maybe stealth, but I think you just do it. I think that this is not a clever dwarven made puzzle lock or anything like that. This is a simple, crudely made orc lock. And using the tip of your blade or a couple of bobby pins or whatever it is, you manage to very quickly, and you hear the metal unbolt itself. You probably can't reach the lock. I imagine it's actually quite high, but the two Brelanders managed to sort of reach through and open it and sort of gently lower the lock to the ground so it doesn't make a loud noise. And with that, this crude cage opens. They sort of hug each other and they're barely holding their sort of repressed joy at this to try and stay quiet. But they come up to you and they grab your little hands. Thank you, little miss. Thank you so much.
That's okay.
Let's get out of here.
Stay with me. I'll show you the way.
Yes, lead the way. And they sort of like put a hand on your shoulder and hold each other. One will turn to the other one and just say like, I told you, Iona. I told you that we'd be all right. I told you that we'd be rescued.
Okay, and then I will lead them.
Yeah, sure.
Back to Huffer and Magnar.
Yeah, you lead them back. There seems to be no issue. You lead your way back. Huffer and Magnar, Primula is gone for 5-10 minutes, and then you see her in the dull flickering orange light of Huffer's torch. Primula return with two Breelander women, farmers, two female farmers, who seem to be following her in kind.
Oh no! Good job, Primula. Good job.
Thank you.
There are no orcs, but I found these two ladies who.
There are more of them. Their leader took several of them away last night, and they normally return in evening. Their leader has a cave at the very back, just beyond where we were being held, with his pet wolf. But they're not here right now. They went off somewhere. Recruit more of their number, or to ransack more farms. Travelers. I don't know, but they're gone for now, at least.
Are there any more of you? Any prisoners? And any?
No, I don't think so. They were keeping us until they were hungry enough. And you can see this rather distressed look on both of their faces, knowing what fate awaited them had you not rescued them. Yes, being kept as emergency food for the orcs.
Well, we need to get you somewhere safe before anything else.
Right.
Let's see if we can get you out of here.
I don't know if it's much, but their leader kept all sorts of things back in their cave, weapons and trinkets and goods that they stole from others. If you get the chance, perhaps you could go back and recover that for yourselves. But yes, if you could lead us out of here and point us in a way to get safe, that would be good.
Did you say they're coming back at nightfall?
Well, they normally, yes. No, they don't go out in the day. They only go out after the sun has fallen, and they don't go for very long. I imagine that the leader will be back today.
Is there a case to be made that we have some people, like we split up a little bit here for a moment, we have some people like guide them out, and then one person goes ahead and scouts the cave for the loot?
As far as I'm understanding, yeah, I think that's
what I was thinking.
I was thinking like so at the moment the leader of the orcs is gone for other stuff. and there's no more prisoners here.
No.
So if we can send you in to check and grab some stuff, maybe, then while we give these to safety, we can then rest up and be ready to come back and take out the leader later.
Yeah. So what I would
I think that would
say
be
mechanically for that is there's no difficulty for Huffer and Magnar to take the two farmers, Hala and Iona, they introduce themselves as. No problem at all. You can get them out completely safely. You don't have to make any checks or anything like that. You've cleared the scouts outside. You know the pathways. You could either take them back to Weathertop, or you could point them in the direction or secure them somewhere in the woods, or whatever you guys want to do. Huffer and Magnar could then take a short rest. But Primula, you're not going to get a chance to rest if you want to go and scout out the leader's chamber. That you're going to be too active. That's not going to be enough time for you to take a short rest.
Fine.
So just mechanically.
I'm not weary, so I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's probably the plan. We'll get them to traveling to Weathertop seems maybe a little bit long, but like at least get them so
somewhere
they're not
safe.
here where all the orcs are at the very least, you know.
Yeah.
And then we probably tell them like, if you want to go, you can be safe at Weathertop, but we still have business here before we're leaving.
All right.
So and then we just like rest up to make sure that we are not completely exhausted by the time we come back.
Absolutely.
So before Primula goes, like, Primula, I trust you. I trust that you will be safe and don't risk too much. Okay? You've been doing good so far, but I'm supposed to protect you, and now I'm leaving you alone again. I'm worried.
I'll be fine. I'll be quick as I can, and who knows? Maybe I'll find some nice treasure.
Quick
Maybe I'll
and
share.
sneaky, aye. Be sneaky, be quick, be fast, be safe.
Always.
All right, we're gonna take them away, get them safety, but we'll be back before you know it. And I sort of pat her on her shoulder and nod at her.
She nods, smiles.
Okay.
All right, let's go, Huffer.
All right.
Huffer and Magnar, you lead the two farmers outside, taking them a short distance across helping them across the broken bridge and past the tower, and setting them on the trail that will lead them eventually back to Bree, and at least far away from whatever dangers and orcs there are. You guys get to take a short rest immediately, which is you recover lost endurance points equal to your strength rating, so 6 and 7.
There is a short rest button you can
there you go.
press.
Short rest button.
How many points do you want to recover? What does that mean?
So I guess you can choose. I don't know why you wouldn't just take the
All
maximum.
of them? Like it says, recover hope points from fellowship. Hope points currently 7
so that's your hope points. So I was going to bring this up.
Oh, this is spending community points.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to mention this because we know that Huffer is getting quite low. You have 3 fellowship points, and you can choose when you rest to spend those fellowship points to regain hope points. So if you wanted to, now could be a good opportunity, but you only get to do that once per adventuring phase.
I would say Huffer take 2, I take 1. And then hopefully Primula can manage without the recovery.
Points ever restore?
Yes, they do.
Per
Yeah, your
adventure, right?
fellowship points.
okay.
Yeah, it's basically per adventuring phase. So like per
it's use it
adventure.
or lose it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically
Okay.
quite frankly.
Yeah.
I'll gladly take 2 then.
I'll take 1 and then Prim. Hopefully you won't need it.
I'll be
Basically.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm still weary.
Yeah, that didn't actually change any of my endurance.
It
but,
did for me. It added to 7.
Does not recover any that is in full health. No, I'm not. What the
Because Rythian, you've reduced your maximum to 6, but your
I
current is
see.
still at 28. So
I see.
there you go.
Okay, so it's 6 plus. I
6
restore
for
my
you.
strength, right?
Yes, so
I'll
6,
be at 12.
So you'll be at 12.
Yeah.
So
I'm 1 point
still
away,
weary, unfortunately.
I think from Yeah.
Are you still weary? No, you're not weary anymore. Huffer?
I'm 1 point of. No, I am right.
You should be, but it's not.
Load.
You should be. You could take your helmet off. That will mean that you're not weary anymore.
I'll be fine.
Okay, so you're still weary.
He really wants you guys to take your helmets off.
It really
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It was flashing because I had to set you because it's a GM thing where it's just like you need to do this. Okay, so while you guys try and recover at least some of your endurance. And maybe there's still time for a prolonged rest, right? But just on the off chance, we're going to play it by ear. Primula, you don't need to make any rolls because you already know that this is pretty cleared out, and you make your way back. When you follow past where the sleeping quarters and where the two farmers were being held, there is another short, twisting cave that you begin to follow. And this one is interesting because you can hear, as you enter it, you begin to hear a very gentle but faint sound of sort of water, like rushing water. And as you reach this final cavern at the very back of these natural caves, there is a small plunge pool and a very small gentle waterfall kind of pouring into it. That then seems to channel through the rock and probably leads out into the, or joins the larger river outside. There is a much more elaborate, larger tent, painted and decorated with symbols of sort of crude symbols of beasts and stags, and wolves and wargs. And inside there are ransacked goods. There seems to be almost like a cobbled together bed that looks like it was stolen from some Breelander's farm. There are, pieces of wood that have been cobbled together into a sort of armor stand that is currently empty. But also scattered around this large, grotesque tent are various goods. Various goods of different make, and you have encountered your very first treasure hoard. So, and again, to relate this a little bit to Middle-earth, this is like when Bilbo and the dwarves find the troll hold, and they find all sorts of treasures and riches in there. Or you could even think of it as like the barrows, when the hobbits in Lord of the Rings find the barrow downs. A treasure hoard is an exciting thing for several reasons. Scattered around are various crude, like wooden baskets and chests that are filled with coins and valuable goods to the total of 12 treasure points. So we kind of don't measure like exact gold and things like that in the game, but treasure points are basically equal to pouches full of gold and ornate sculptures and objects and things of value. Now Primula is probably not going to be able to carry all of this out on her own because treasure points, each treasure point has a load of 1 basically, so that it's quite a lot of stuff all scattered around. But we're not just talking about coins and sculptures and paintings and other things that are of value. No. This is a greater treasure hoard, which means that there is the potential for wondrous objects to be within. And this is something everybody can get involved with because every player, I would like every player, including myself, we're each going to roll a feat die, a d12. Okay. So the way that you can do this is on the very bottom. There is the you can see that there's the kind of toolbar of different things, and there is a one which has got a pair of d6s called manual dice roll at the very bottom, if you guys can see those.
Oh yeah.
There's also just a D12 button. But
it needs to be a special Lord of the Rings dice because it's going to be that's going to be very relevant.
So which one? Sorry.
So at the very bottom of the screen, so I don't know if you've got the stream up, but there's you've got like a hotbar of different sort of like symbols at the very bottom, and there's one with 2 d6, like 2 dice being rolled, called manual dice roll.
Yep. It's in one of the bars in the which you might have moved around basically.
It's got like a little paint.
A token chest, health, some colors. This is just like a
it's got like a red heart health.
Yeah.
Yes, it's hold on.
That's right.
Okay.
So once you click it, so the thing you want to do is, so at the top it's got a manual feat die roll. Just make sure it's on normal, and then make sure you click no other dice. There's like an X button for none for other dice, and make sure you, things like weary and miserable shouldn't affect this roll basically. Okay. But what we're rolling here is to see if this treasure hoard contains any magical objects. And
I'm rolling the D12 for type of die.
Nope. You just because the feat die is at the top, so you can see there at the top it's got feat die, and we want to roll a normal feat die roll. So just make sure that you've got none selected for other die. And the reason that we're each going to roll for this is I want to see, because I have drafted a list of magical objects that are partially corrected. Well, that won't matter for this.
It says weary or not weary.
Yeah, it won't matter for the roller
only.
because it's only D6. Yeah, it will only affect the D6, which we're not rolling. But I have magic items basically in mind for each of you, and I want to see if any of those specific items show up in this horde. I'm going to roll one, which is just going to be the sort of wild card die. So that is a 2 for Primula. That is not a magical item in the horde for Primula.
Oh shit!
And then just click send, and I'll do mine last.
Come on. Oh,
That is not a magical item.
Damn it.
For
No. Oh.
Now that is a magical item for Magnar. And then finally, that is not. So, and I think that this fits. Now, there is a non-magical treasure which might be important as well. You can see that Lorwen's ranger helm, like her helmet that she wears as a ranger, was probably taken as a trophy and is sat on the edge of the crude orc leader's bed there. But Magnar, now Primula is the one who sees this, but Magnar, Primula, what you see is scattered, lying atop piles of scavenged dwarven goods. You see an enormous axe, a great axe, in fact, clearly of dwarven make, beautifully rendered with runes carved up its handle in dwarvish script. It is an immense weapon, and it is clearly of some great import, and a fine weapon, one that almost seems to call out to you amongst all of these things.
How difficult will it be for me to drag that thing out of the cave?
Oh, actually, correction. No, I'm going to do this properly.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's the axe anyway, but just for the sake of it, can you just roll a d6 for me, please, Rythian? This can be just a manual d6, normal d6 roll.
Certainly.
Because that will determine on what kind of item it is. Yes, okay. I'm just going to say it's the axe anyway, but basically, normally you the way that you do the treasure roll is if a magical item does appear, you then roll to see what kind of magical item it is, and I believe it's a 5 or 6 to get the famous weapon or armor. But I'm just going to say it's the axe because it's way cooler than the other items. But yeah, in terms of the axe, I mean, it is going to be heavy as hell to drag out of here, especially for.
I think you leave it behind. Yeah.
For poor little Primula. It has a load rating. It has a load rating of 4, so not impossible to drag.
Load work? Does it need to be lower than my endurance, or?
So if your endurance is lower than your total load, you become weary. And then as soon as if you give the axe to Magnar, your load would go down again, and it would go back over your endurance. So you wouldn't be weary anymore.
That's fine. That means I can carry all of this stuff out, but I'll just have to drop it all if something goes wrong.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I have 10 load and I have 13 endurance currently, so the axe will make me weary.
It will take you over. And you can probably stuff a few pouches of gold and bits and pieces in your pockets as well. Just remember, each treasure point that you take is one load, basically. But yeah,
what does the hobbit have in its pockets is
everything.
So
a hoard.
The sad story about all this is that I cannot use great axes.
Why not?
That is a dwarf thing. I'm afraid I cannot use great axes.
That would be mad.
Under notes, it says dwarven adventurers can't build great axes, great swords, and great bows.
Okay, in that case, it's a long-hafted axe, not a great axe, because it is specifically there for you. Yes, well, it's specifically for Magnar, right?
I was looking at the great axe and I was like, he can't use that, and I looked to my right,
and there is a long-hafted axe.
Oh my god!
No, it's Primula doesn't know the difference between a long-hafted axe and a great axe.
Yeah, she thought it would.
Yeah.
To her, it looks like a great axe. So she's going to go, look, Magnar, I find a great axe. And he's like, this is the long axe, basically. Yeah.
So you grab this long-hafted axe, and what do you think Primula would take out of the treasure? You tell me what treasure is here that you grab, that you think would draw her eye. Is this like dwarven golden cutlery that you sort of find and it's like, oh, you snatch up like a bunch of forks and spoons?
Yeah, like the cutlery would be good. It's like, oh, I could take that home.
Yeah, stuff those in your pockets,
Yeah, like I don't think it would be like, oh, there are coins, like, oh, money. It would be
shiny
a nice
things.
plate.
yeah. I think that like there's
Like,
probably because there's a mixture here of you see like really fine goods from Breland. There is like money pouches and things like that as well. But there's also maybe like a goblet full of gemstones, right? Like little tiny gemstones from a dwarven trader. There's dwarven goblets and tankards here. All fine goods, all probably stolen goods. So you grab a bunch of like cutlery pieces and whatever else that you want to grab. So just mark down how many treasure points from the hoard that you take. How many do you think you take?
How many should I take? I'll increase
as much as you absolutely can.
Yeah. How?
So how much extra load do you want to take is the question.
Oh, actually, I had one fatigue point, which I assume is very old. So
Yes,
now my load
you
is
can clear
9.
that. Yeah, you can clear that, I think.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think it's old.
I want to take everything. I want to take so much treasure.
Well, just remember that will make you weary, because if you're still carrying that treasure even after you hand over the axe, then you'll still be weary. So you could maybe take like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
2 points.
As well as the axe, yeah.
Cool.
So does that mean, do I put like 6 on the little fatigue box, and that will make it
so
up?
not on the fatigue box. Basically,
no? I can't click the thing to increase the load.
No, it's right. I will add a
Oh, just
axe.
add the equipment. Yeah,
I'll add the equipment. In terms of the treasure,
I can add the treasure.
Yeah, treasure. That should automatically do it. So if I do weapons, and this is a long-hafted axe. There you go. So you've got that.
The treasure didn't actually increase my load.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's fine.
Well,
it's very
never
light.
mind. Yeah, that's fine. Where is your load? I'm just gonna.
It's just a bit of cutlery,
It's just a bit of
cutlery, dude.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
I'm like sticking it like in my belt and in my pockets.
Sure. You grab it, and do you just make your way back as soon as you've grabbed as much as you can, and then make your way back out?
Yeah, pretty much. I think. I'm dragging the axe.
I imagine that by the time you've taken a short rest outside Magnar and Huffer, and you've helped see off the farmers and secured them, and also, you making your way into the caves, because you arrived in the day, you've made your way into the caves, you had the fight, a couple of fights there, Primula's snuck off. You are probably getting to sort of a bit later in the afternoon, sort of like early afternoon at the moment. The sun is beginning to make its descent. It's not sunset or dusk yet, but it is on that downward end past the midpoint of the day. Primula eventually makes her way out and makes her way to you, finding you, and you can't help but see that she is dragging this sort of hefting this enormous dwarven axe in her hands.
Look, Magnar!
Look! What? And for a moment, it looks like the axe of legend, and I'm like, it's not quite that, but I'm gonna go take a look anyway.
Well, I think that
I found this great big axe. Do you think you could use it?
I just might. Let me get a feel for it. And I reach out to try to.
Oh, it's so
I feel
sharp.
like I had the heft in my hand.
Yes. Yeah. I've also realized how we do the one-handed, two-handed, by the way. You just have both of them, and then you choose which of the versions you have equipped.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So we can hustle that out for Huffer in a minute. When you take this long-hafted axe, this dwarven axe in your hands, Magnar, you can tell that this was not made by just any dwarven smith. This has been forged by a great smith. This has been forged by a master dwarven smith. And when you touch it, there is a warmth to it. There is a kind of sense of not a sense of hope, but you almost feel a bit invigorated holding this thing. Like that weariness that you're currently affected by, it doesn't go away, but just you almost want to swing this. You want this thing to be in battle. And this is indeed a famous dwarven axe. You don't know the name just yet. That's something that you might have to pursue in a downtime activity in between adventures to learn more about this thing.
I think, yeah.
But I think that you... No, I think I'm just going to tell you the name of it, but you know that there's more to this thing than meets the eye. This was forged for an ancient, for a dwarven king of a long line, many years ago, and this axe is named Finthoran. Which is the King's Flame, and it was carried. It was carried by the loyal guards, like the bodyguards of the Dwarven King. The king under the mountain, and this was carried. A pair of them were forged, and they were each carried by the two bodyguards of the king. And this is, I can reveal to you, it's first enchanted reward. Now it may have more power to be unlocked, but that is something that you will have to do in downtime or as a reward. But this this dwarven long-hafted axe Finthoran has the enchanted reward of the Flame of Hope. And I'm going to give this to you as well. And what this does is, and you'll like this. This is particularly relevant to the current situation. When you hit a creature in combat with this, I'm just going to read this out so I make sure I get it completely right. Where is my magic items stuff? Here we go. Wondrous artifacts, enchanted rewards. Here we go. When you hit your target with a weapon blessed by this quality, all members of the company, you included, recover 1 point of endurance, +1 for each additional success roll.
Way, that's really good.
And you rolled that. Like, there is a chance that there is a big chance that you wouldn't have got that item, right? Like, it could have been the items that I had prepared for the others. But yeah, and you feel that this thing in battle almost would inspire and sort of encourage to sort of lead around you. But yeah, you hold Finthoran, the King's Flame.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool. Well, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to have a moment to chat and think about your next steps?
Well, we know that the orc leader is going to come by any moment, quite frankly.
Yeah.
It might be time to get a rest in, maybe.
Yeah, we are expecting them to come back to the cave, basically, like returning from a day of whatever, you know?
Could I have a look around and see if I can see a good spot where we can get our bearing, and in case of the orcs appearing, they won't immediately spot us, so we can ambush them?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking similarly, like if... First, let's get some rest if we can.
I was like, basically, can I find a space where we can rest safely? You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And then once we have done that, like, see if there's a possibility that we can. I mean, the tower wouldn't be horrible. The tower would be able to find at least see them coming.
Yeah.
And then
because you don't know where they're going to come from, right? Like, you don't know which direction they're going to come from. So the tower would give you the best option of spotting them as they return. What I would say is you're probably not going to get a prolonged rest because, they're going to be coming by nightfall. You're not going to have enough time for a full sleep. What I would allow you is I'd allow you another short rest, basically.
Yeah, we can have like an hour.
Yeah, easily.
That'd be nice for me.
If we can move to the tower and get a short rest, that'd be great.
Yeet.
I think so, absolutely. So you guys make your way back over to the tower. No need to worry about rolls and things. You're not being pressured. I'd say like 2 of you can fit in the top of the tower comfortably. 3 is a bit of a squeeze. It's so dilapidated and fallen apart. There are these kind of crude goblin ladders, positioned all over the place, but you could definitely get 2 of you up there, and that gives you like a full 360 view of everything. And then, you guys can take another. Normally you're only allowed 1, but in this instance, I'm going to give you guys another one. Okay. So you get your strength rating of endurance back.
3.
Nice.
So you're going to be injured and wounded, sort of, still a bit tired, but not weary, and a little bit fresh.
I should say Huffer should be wary. I definitely have more.
I don't know. It's not saying that to me. Mine is clear.
Make sure that if you have any extra items, they are either ticked as equipped or dropped. Like if they're neither, they still count as load, which is a problem.
So maybe for the two-handed ones, just put them as dropped, maybe.
Yeah, because they're technically still the same.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually give you that extra thing now. Huffer. I will put it as dropped, so we know that you're not currently carrying it. But yeah, you shouldn't be. It's not showing up for me that you should be weary, so I think you're okay. And you're not counted as weary. I'm not seeing it on the back end element, so... but yeah, well, who's going to be keeping a lookout then for the returning orc?
I think Primula's going to have a little snooze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's asleep.
You guys have had a rest already.
I mean, do we need to?
You will probably need to make a roll just to see if you can spot them, because it is going to be getting dark when they come back. So definitely going to be needing to keep an eye out.
I mean, I was going to basically volunteer to be the lookout, but I don't know if Magnar and Prim want like some RP moments.
No, please feel free to do the lookout for sure.
No, I'm talking. Do you also want to be lookout, or do you want to also take a RP rest?
Well, I already clicked sleep again, basically. Right. So like we had one when we were away. I've had one more, right? But like after that, I feel like we...
Yeah, it's not going to affect your resting. Yeah, it's not going to affect your resting at all. It's just whoever wants to make the rolls, basically. Two of you can make the roll.
I'll be on the lookout. Yeah.
Cool. So awareness rolls for anybody who's keeping a lookout.
I'm bad at it anyway, so it makes sense that I'd let you guys do it.
Primula's sleeping.
I'm sleeping.
Great success.
Great success.
It's been very stressful. Primula's just
honkshoe mimi. Huffer, you were at the top of the tower. You've finally got a chance to get your pipe weed out. Maybe the last. You're getting quite low, but there's enough in there for a good pipe, sort of smoking away. No fire, kind of keeping everything on as low as possible. Your eyes just peering out from under your hood, scanning the horizon from the top of this ancient tower. And you would notice coming in from the far side, I think if I ping, you should be able to see it from all the way over here, sort of making their way through the woods. You begin to see movement through the trees until eventually they sort of pop out just in front of the cave. It's not many of them. There's only there's 4 orcs in total, no goblins, 4 orcs in total, and 1 wolf. And one of the orcs definitely you can tell is bigger and is leading the other 3. And they've got sacks. The 3 orcs have got like sacks and various bits and pieces. It looks like that they've looted from nearby. The larger orc and the wolf, which seems to be following him like a pet. He shouts and barks some orders. He points at one of the orcs to like follow him as the 2 of them and the wolf go back up into the caves, and then he gestures down towards the old gnarled tree and the fireplace for the other 2, basically, almost as if he's setting them to basically go on watch. And he begins making his way.
We did not clear out the bodies that we left behind, so they're gonna find out very quickly.
No, they're gonna know, for sure. That's good. That might scare them.
Well, he probably noticed that the prisoners are missing, and I stole his big axe too. So
yeah.
But you'll have some time. There's some time to get into the caves and make your way through them. But you see that 2 of the orcs are coming down the path towards the fire pit in the tree, coming towards the tower, basically. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I warned the others that they've arrived. Of course.
Right, well, in that case, it's about time. Now, our previous battle went, all right, but this will be stronger, and we have no idea what the leader will be like, so this might go bad. So, if you feel like we should rather go away, then so be it, but I believe that this is what we have to do. I think we have to get rid of this stain on this land, this monster, this cruel villain. We have to fight.
I think we'll be fine. You've got your fancy new axe.
Well, I
can't
haven't
lose.
fought with it yet. I swing it around a little bit, but it feels good in my hand.
Only if you want to use it, though. You don't have to be polite.
No, it's a good one. I promise you that. I can tell just by holding it. There's strong magic in this thing.
Oh, well. That's good then.
Well,
I'm glad I picked that one.
if you say so.
There was another one next to it, but
There was not another one next to it. Let's just be very clear
It
about
was
that.
really big, was it? Yeah, okay.
It was too heavy.
Really, I can't believe dwarves can't use great axes. It's so
I
stupid.
know. It's
Anyway.
too silly, yeah.
It's very silly. So yeah, what's the plan? So you've got 2 orcs which are kind of coming down the path. You might be able to just sneak past those 2. Quite doable in the dark.
Do they all go in basically... Are they in one group formation, or are they
No.
slightly split up?
So 2 of the orcs and the wolf have gone up into the caves. They've gone up, seemingly back into their lair. And then the other 2 have started making their way south. There was only 4 of them, so it's like 2 have gone up into the caves with the wolf, and then 2 have started to make their way south.
so
I think we could take if we can fight them in 2 different battles into that. That's better for us for sure.
yeah, I think even if we sneak past these guys, they might.
I mean, they could
We
come
might
running
just be
to
lucky and
reinforce.
they'll
Yeah.
come ambush us from behind.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
let's take the ones out that hasn't gone into the cave just yet, if we can grab them.
Sure.
Just go for a full-on battle.
Sure. Okay. Well, are you going to try and ambush them and sneak up on them?
I'm not going to be good at that, but
You can try.
I know that the 2 of them are much better at it. I mean, I could
Not
try,
great at stealth.
but I mean, it is literally non-favored 0 dice, so it's not going to go great. So Magnar's way of fighting is to raise axe, shout an intimidating warning, and rush in. But he's smart enough to listen if Prim or Huffer wants to try a more stealthy approach. I'm not very good at the
I
sneaking.
would allow.
Do what you guys want to
I
do.
would allow you, Magnar, to try a hunting roll rather than stealth. Just
Okay,
because that's
that can make
employing
sense.
hunting techniques, right? Not just
Okay.
necessarily about moving quietly, but knowing what kind of foliage you can use as cover, moving so that you're not, downwind and things like that. So I'd allow you to use hunting or stealth for these rolls. I think that ambushing these 2 orcs, both of
I'd
those
be
would
up
work.
for trying it then for sure.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, then give me stealth or hunting rolls, everybody.
Let's do it.
Oh,
You will all need to
Yeah.
succeed for this to be a success. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh, Primula.
Well, never mind. I
Oh,
suppose.
Primula.
That's not me. I'm fine.
Oh, no, it was
Yeah,
Huffer that
it's
rolled the
Huffer.
3.
That's-
Sorry.
I'm not very good at hunting or stealth.
Oh, Huffer. Well, listen, Huffer, Zylus,
So
you're
used
gonna
to
have
me failing.
you're gonna have to tell me. I'm so sorry, Primula. I was like, it was because the color of the dice. For some reason, I thought they were
okay.
Primula dice.
I'd like to say though that Huffer rolled the worst possible roll
Yeah.
of a dice of Sauron and 2 1s.
Yeah.
So,
It's bad.
It literally
Real
doesn't get any
bad.
worse.
Really bad.
So what does Huffer fuck up to ruin this ambush, basically?
It's just a classic. Not only does he, while stealthing, step on a branch, he
the
then
classic,
also,
yeah.
he then also hits his head and does a little.
Fantastic. It's a triple combo.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Like
when
the
he
triple
hits
thing.
his head, he turns around, and he stumbles.
No,
Nice.
no.
Yeah,
Nice.
just a triple
Poor
threat,
Huffer.
you know.
Yeah.
Something
Amazing.
befitting of the worst role you can possibly have.
Oh, do I do it? Okay. That is perfect. So as you... Oh, hang on. How do I... Oh, God. I always get confused with this. How do I add you guys to a combat?
Can you right-click us and click the little combat symbol in the bottom right? The little crossed swords, toggle combat states?
Yes. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, Huffer, as you sort of bonk your head, as you sort of charge over the bridge and through the woodland, hoping to ambush these orcs just as they're settling down to restart this fire. They seem to be looking around a bit confused, and then as they hear that, they're just like, oh, there's an ambush, and they sort of raise their axes ready, and unfortunately it is not a surprise attack for anybody. But we do get to Primula, you will get to do a opening volley here, because you actually are the only one who has a ranged weapon. These other two do not seem to carry any.
Okay.
Too much load. The load is so punishing, man.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Sorry, I don't have to worry about that.
I currently still have my other axe and this new axe, which has also increased the load. So.
And you could drop one. It's a free action once per turn to drop an item. Take a helmet off.
I could drop one, but
take your helmet off, dude.
I'm never taking off my helmet.
Wants us to take our helmet
off.
I just think it's a funny action that, like, in the middle of combat, you can dramatically throw your helmet off to be less tired. I think that's hilarious.
Okay, the difficulty here is 18, so this is not going to go very well, but I'm going to try. I'm not going to spend any hope yet.
You never know. I can imagine a big roll coming. We're going to get Gandalf.
You imagined wrong.
Gandalf rune. I'm like, Gandalf rune.
That's a Gandalf
Remember,
rune.
I can roll Eye of Sauron's. You guys can roll Gandalf runes. But the arrow, unfortunately, bounces off the orc's helmet, unable to find purchase. And we jump into combat. So what positions would you all like to be in? And then I will mark you.
Sticking with the forward. I'm going to go right ahead.
Okay, that's an extra dice against you, though. Do remember that?
Yeah.
Like, it's good for you, but good for them.
There's less of them now.
There is
so
less
I'm less
of them now.
worried.
Less archers to
doesn't
shoot.
learn either.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how you both are just like, yep.
Because the thing is, ultimately, like, the sixes are what matters. Like getting the six is kind of all that matters, right? So, like, rolling more dice means that's how you win. That's really the feeling I have. So let's do it.
More dice equal good, but more dice also mean you get hurt more. So, you know.
But not if you just one-shot them.
Not if you just one-shot them, like Huffer does. Magnar,
roll 5 sixes.
Roll 5 6s, stupid.
Just roll 5 6s.
Well, Magnar, let's see how you can put that new axe to use. Let's have you go first.
Let's do it. All right.
See if you can
battle music this so we can
and
properly get into the tone.
Let's see, and hopefully this will have fixed your thing as well.
So this should do I? Oh, I think maybe I know why this wasn't working.
Okay.
I was clicking the axis proficiency rather than clicking my weapon.
Yes.
So I think that was
it.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
All right, here we go. Forward stance, engage with foes. I'm not wary just yet. Here we go. Wham! Number of special successes. I can add heavy blow. Or I can fend off, which adds 1 to parry.
Yes.
Or I can shield rush, which pushes back instead of damage, which I guess means this turn
is the penalty die.
Turn.
Yes, they get the penalty die. They don't get pushed back.
It's penalty. Okay.
It's the 1 dice penalty. Yeah. But also more than that, as you swing this dwarven axe, Magnar. It doesn't burst into flame, but there is a light to it. Almost like as it catches the enemy, there is this almost pulse of fiery light. And Huffer, Primula, and yourself, you all feel a little lighter, a little less weary, and you all regain 2 points of endurance because you rolled an extra 6. Yeah, because it's 1. If you hit, you restore 1, and every additional success gives you an extra 1 as well.
That is crazy.
This is probably a ridiculously overpowered item to give you, but I think it's fun.
I love it.
Finthoran.
Or whatever. Finthoran. Yes.
And you deal 12 points of damage.
Yeah, I chose heavy rather than the thing.
Does not take them down, but leaves them heavily wounded. Stumbling back, clutching at their rent armor as this magical dwarven axe cuts through their steel like it was nothing. And that is Magnar's turn. We go to Old Huffer.
All right, watch this.
Watch this.
It's gonna keep working, right? Watch this.
Sure. I mean, I love
it.
Oh, you have that
and
many.
it works. He gets the Gandalf rune. So you're going to add the extra damage.
That's the only option I had.
Well, let me do a protection roll here. I am going to spend my 1 point of hate to add an extra d6 to my protection roll because I would like to live.
This tells me he's about to one shot.
Yeah.
Damn it.
He's protected.
It's a success. He is alive, but barely from that shot. As again, both you and Magnar cleave in, nearly tearing these orcs in half with your blows, but just not quite able to take them out in one strike. Which leaves dear Primula primed, ready to maybe take one of them out in her next with her next shot.
Watch this.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
You didn't say it with confidence. That's the problem.
You know, night's falling, it's dark, you're kind of shooting through the last few rays of sunlight, and it just throws your aim off, unfortunately, Primula.
Oh, no.
Bringing it to my turn. So, yeah, these orcs are just going to make a strike against their relevant foe.
Makes sense.
I think I'm going to switch it up. I'm actually going to have this first one attack with a spear rather than a scimitar.
Okay.
Yes, why not? And you know what? This orc hasn't spent their point of hate yet, so I'm going to give them an extra attack on the dice roll. I'm sorry, Rythian, but I just want to fuck you up.
Well, that's fine.
Nearly.
So there's no extra 6.
No extra sixes, so it's only 3 points of endurance damage, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh man, if I'd got a couple of 6s on that would have been nice. Oh,
it's enough to make me weary.
He's weary again. He's tired.
How? I'm fucking carrying 50,000 things.
He's tired.
Take your helmet off, dude.
Take the helmet off.
Drop the other axe. Drop the helmet.
That's my father's axe.
It's not. Yeah, okay.
I am not dropping his axe.
And then as Magnar is struck, the other orc goes for. Now I don't have a point of hate. I've already spent my point of hate, so it's just gonna be a normal roll against Huffer.
I will say, like, I don't think I'd actually, wear it, but like.
You're still carrying it.
It'd be in my pack. It would be in my pack.
Absolutely. That's only going to be 3 points of endurance damage to Huffer again. No 6s. See, I got them all out in the first combat, guys. Now I can't get any of them.
3. Okay. That's
3 points of endurance. Magnar.
Okay. I'm going to take my helmet off dramatically.
He's going to drop his helmet.
Yeah.
Right, get him.
That doesn't cost me a full action to use.
No,
right?
you can do that. You can do one. You can do that once per turn, basically. You can do like a drop item. I will unmark you as weary. You are no longer weary.
Because I don't want to roll with weary because that's a real bad one. All right, here we go. Let's try. I'm kind of okay on hope. I really don't want to spend a ton.
No, I think you'll be all right. This guy's really weakened.
Let's go.
You just need one good blow. One good strike. It's a good job you're not weary, dude. But
the Sauron roll.
Fortunately, the axe swing goes wide, focusing on defense. You are unable to fully strike. We go to Huffer.
Because you didn't say watch this.
Damn.
It's because you didn't say watch this.
Well, that didn't work for you, so I didn't want to risk it.
But guys, watch this.
All right, guys, watch this.
Watch this.
Watch this. Wait. Why do I have... Where's my weapon gone?
What?
Watch this.
Oh,
my weapon's gone.
Okay,
I gave you the one-handed and two-handed. So I'm assuming you're two-handed.
I looked at the wrong thing. So it's on me. Here we go. Watch this.
Yep. Watch this. Like every time, dude. Every time. Now, is this enough? Only 5 damage, but it is a piercing blow. I have no hate to spend, so this is just going to be a base roll.
He's wounded. He's wounded.
He's dead, dude.
Good.
Thram the two-handed sword through the chest, ripping out the side as this orc is slain. Dead. Primula, you just watched Magnar's blow went a bit too wide. Huffer turns around and just cleaves one of these orcs in two. It's up to you. You could finish off this last one.
All right. So Magnar's hit this one, right?
Yes, he's weakened.
Pretty hurt.
Yes.
Can I say, with my keen eyes, I spot where he's got a chink in his armor that I think that makes total
sense. If you want to spend a hope and be inspired to use keen-eyed to find a weak point to fire at.
Now, I don't really need to because I know they're probably going to kill it next turn, but
You
I
want to be
wanna
cool.
kill it.
Yeah.
If you kill it, that saves a hit. Like
Yeah,
he's
'cause I'll
going
get
to
to
get a
attack.
hit, and if you don't kill him, so yeah.
That's true. Okay. Okay.
You got hope. You got loads of hope.
Guys, watch this.
Oh,
boy.
see, it's the
Oh,
confidence.
yeah.
It's the confidence.
It's the confidence, dude.
There we
Look at
go.
it,
I'm
dude.
telling you, it's the confidence.
Big hit. Big hit.
Really, it will start
13
to
points
relieve
of damage.
sooner rather than later.
So as
I don't agree. I don't believe. I just don't believe. That's the thing.
the
'Cause I
orc pulls
understand
back
how
its
dice
spear,
work.
goes to slam it down, but as it reaches up, Primula, you notice that under its armor, there's no protection. It's sort of under its armpit, and the arrow slides in straight into its heart. Goes slamming to the ground, silent, dead.
Yay.
Easily slain. Oh, no, I want to end combat first. Yes. But you've dispatched these guys fairly quickly, and you're far enough away from the cave that you don't think this would have alerted anyone inside. But I don't think it takes very long before coming from the caves, you hear this horrendous... Like you kind of hear this like orcish roar coming from there. What do you guys do?
I think he noticed his axe is gone.
Well, I'm about to give it back to him. Blade first.
So you just go charging towards the caves, basically. So you guys go charging towards the caves. I imagine that as you arrive into the winding, twisting tunnels, you probably reach that same junction where you'd fought the last load. Just loads of bodies. As
Oh God,
you
hope
see...
he hasn't freed the wolves.
Wow, that's a very good point.
Oh no.
We fed them. They like us.
What
Yeah,
you...
they're sleepy. They had some heads. They're sleepy
Yeah,
now.
they're asleep now.
You arrive to see this enormous, heavily armored, muscular orc. He has the other orc that he was traveling with up against the wall by the throat, and seems to basically be blaming him. Like he's just like, why did you leave these weaklings here? And sort of angrily. But you can see that now trailing behind this large orc are 3 wolves.
No.
But cinematically, before he notices you arrive as he screams, he just twists the other orc's neck and snaps it with a single flick of his wrist, dropping the body to the ground as he turns over and sees you. You are the ones who killed my boys.
Aye, we did.
You just like one of your own
Kill
boys.
you.
And with that, we are going to jump into battle. I'm going to...
Boss battle.
Yes.
Mongus.
All right, ready to one-shot this guy.
And
Watch this.
I'm going to add
Gonna spend
two
hope
more
and dice.
wolves.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to...
Just do 40 damage in one hit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then doop, and then toggle combat. Perfect. So Primula, once again, you do get the opening volley here. I do not believe this is Gorstag the Beast, and does not seem to. You can see that he has one of those kind of like big cleavers at his side, but his main weapon appears to be this broad-headed pig sticker of a spear.
Is this an Urukai?
This is not an Urukai. It is a great orc, though. This is one of the bigger, stronger, proper
Big
Mordor
lads.
orcs in place. And I will warn you guys now that this is the strongest enemy you guys have fought so far. This has a might rating of 2, which means that he gets to attack twice, and he has to be wounded twice before he's killed.
Oh boy.
Right, I'm gonna try and hit him with my volley. Then I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but I'm gonna try my best.
You could spend another point of hope.
What's
Those
this?
key knights.
I have 8. I have 8 hope left, and I have 4 shadow points.
Go for it.
I mean, that sounds like you've got twice more than double.
This is it. This is the moment to spend.
Yeah,
it.
I guess.
You
Okay.
absolutely could have put your helmet back on if you wish to, Magnar. by the
Yes,
way.
please.
Just make sure
I mean,
you're-
but I'm wary. No,
It's up to you.
fuck
You
it.
can take it
Is
off.
there?
I'm gonna be wary any second anyway. Literally the first attack I'm wary. I might as well not have the headgear on.
Okay, so not have it on.
Is there anything I can do to be inspired?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say you're keen-eyed again. If you, I think that idea of like looking for like weak points makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Perfect. Cool. Okay. 7 hope. I did it.
You did it. It's a good strike.
Hooray.
This is against the Great Orc. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, eh? The arrow thuds into Gorstag. You think that's gonna be enough to stop me?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Just kind of chuckles. Just to clarify, Rythian, have you put your helmet back on?
I put my helmet back on
Right, good.
because
I've
I
set
feel
you
like
properly
the
then.
second I take a hit, I'll be wary anyway.
Sure.
So I might as well be wary now and keep the helmet on.
Okay,
'cause
sure.
Feels bad to not wear headgear because it pops up on the very sheet wearing no headgear, and that sounds bad. I don't know what that means, but that sounds bad.
Set your combat stances, please.
Yeah.
I'm staying in the Primula zone.
I think
Offer's just like, nope. Straight in. I love it. I love the confidence of it.
I mean, I feel like it's. I
Sure.
just feel like it's the best way to do it
Sure.
because, like, we need those 6s, and getting the extra dice is all we need, you know?
So I think that it's going to come up and engage Huffer. And then 2 of the orcs are going to
Oh,
move
boy.
in to Thingy. And then
Wolves, I hope.
the
not
wolves.
orcs.
These are, sorry, yes, these are the wolves.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I have, okay. And then the other one is going to hang back for now because I've got a little special treat in store. So forward and
Shoot that one, Prim.
Yep.
forward. We go to close combat. Huffer, you're up first.
Okay. Watch this.
Sure.
Oh, well done. No, so I look out at with the orc, and I just charge at him, raise my sword, and I regain some hope. So I'm gonna spend a hope on this one.
Okay.
I don't think I can get away with.
I'm not going to give you being stern against this guy. No way. This guy is not cowed by your stern
What
and
about my
stern
Shadow
nature.
Lord, though?
I don't know. I don't think so on this one. I think this is
He's got nothing to do with the shadows.
well, he's an orc, I suppose, but this is knowledge
fine.
isn't going to help you here. This is not like a favored enemy. This is,
Right, here we go. Watch this.
Well, it's a hit at least.
It's a hit.
Success.
Yeah.
5 points of endurance damage. He's still up. Looking
What?
irritated. Looking
What?
irritated. But nothing more. Magnar.
So I am engaged with 2 wolves.
You
yes?
are, yes. 2 wolves.
All right. As much as I'd like to go on the orc, I have to kill these wolves first. So I'm going to target one of them.
No, you can change
to-
your stance, basically. It doesn't matter
Even
if
when
you
I'm
have...
engaged with
Even if
these?
you're engaged, yeah. At the start of a round, though, so you can't do it now, but it was at the start of the round.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. Right, well, in that case, I will try my best to swing and get this wolf. I will spend a hope, because I feel like we need to. And I am wary anyway, so... Ugh.
It's a success.
just a success.
Just a
Wow.
success.
Yeah.
You do a strike. It is going to be 1 point of endurance back to everybody in the company
Hooray.
as the flame of
That
hope,
That means
the axe
no
strikes.
longer wary.
Nice. Perfect.
He's about to be hit by wolves, though, so...
I mean, yeah, basically.
Yeah, I know.
But you do strike one
But
again.
not being wary should mean my protection roll is better.
Yes, it is better.
basically, so
If
yeah.
you need to make a protection roll, if it gets
Yeah.
piercing by. So the axe cleaves in. It doesn't quite pierce through the whole thing. Like it's rangy, ragged, toughened hide managed to absorb most of the blow, but it does sort of yelp and leap to the side. But it is still standing, unfortunately. Primula.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the guy that hung back.
Sure.
What's he planning? What's that boy
What's that guy
planning?
doing? What's that boy
What's he
doing?
up to, man?
Game shot. So,
Oh boy.
Didn't say watch this.
I did. I forgot.
God.
The arrow flies past as you shoot in a panic, and there's a good reason for that panic shot, Primula, because this wolf is going to spend a point of hate to use its Great Leap ability, which means I get to attack anyone in any stance as it basically leaps over.
I've been waiting for this to happen.
It like runs up the wall, leaps past the combat in the tunnel going on, and comes barreling towards Primula. And I'm going to make a little chomp with my fangs.
No.
But it's not a very good roll. You dodge. You sort of duck and roll to the side, Primula, as this thing lands down, chomping its jaws towards you, and is unable to strike true.
That's 3 1s on its 6s.
3-1. Terrible roll. Absolutely terrible roll.
Big dodge.
Magnar, one wolf is coming in for you.
Okay.
It is going to strike with a heavy blow, I'm afraid.
Oh, God.
But these are wolves. That's going to be 6 endurance damage. Don't worry, I'll mark you weary.
Yeah. Thanks.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I got you.
I appreciate
it. You know you got my back.
The second wolf is also going to try and bite you. Oh, my God. Poor Rythian. This is Foundry, man. This is all Foundry.
He's not sorry.
I am sorry.
Don't be sorry. When Rythian rolls well against us, he's like, yes, good.
That's not always true.
Oh, now do I go for a piercing blow here? I could do 2. Oh, I'm going to do 2 nasty things. So the first thing because I got 2 extra successes, I'm going to use Pierce to make this a piercing blow. But also these wolves, these enemies, one of the options they have on a success is something called Break Shield. And it's going to smash your shield to pieces.
He wants to kill us.
What? My shield?
Your shield. It breaks your shield. And I believe that it's just, it just smashes the shield.
Mar doesn't want to run this campaign for us anymore.
No. I want to do cool stuff, and this is the big boss fight, dude. I want to do it. Break shield, yes.
Oh my God.
The target loses their shield bonus to parry. Unless it's a magic shield, it's basically gone. You're only going to take 3 endurance.
Well, little did you know.
But I do need a protection roll.
All right.
So that's going to reduce your parry rating for the rest of the combat.
For the rest of as long as I don't have a shield. Yeah. So
it's all right. We'll find one in the treasure hut. We'll go back.
Yeah. We'll go and raid it again.
Yeah. Oh no!
Look how many dice I rolled on that.
I
and
know.
Nothing.
But with weary, because all of those 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
If they had been 4s, you probably would have made it. But so unfortunately, Magnar, you are wounded. Can you roll the injury roll to see how long you are wounded for? 3 days. You are wounded. As the wolf, it breaks down your shield, and as it does, it bites in, kind of tearing the shield out of your hands with its claws, smashing it bending it, crumpling it against the cave wall. It sinks its fangs into you, and unfortunately, deals a grievous wound with that. Then we go to the Great Orc.
He's gonna whiff.
Let me just check.
He's gonna whiff twice.
He's gonna whiff twice. I've got so much hate on him. He has so much hate.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna use his broad-headed spear. I mean, I'm definitely gonna spend a point of hate. I've got 6. Yeah, I'm going to spend a point of hate. Why not?
I'm feeling it today. Nothing's going to happen.
This is a boss, my guys. This is like the big bad.
Oh, something's happening.
Now, I can't get this to a piercing blow, but you don't have a lot of endurance left, so I think I'm just going to do...
I have a decent amount of endurance.
Oh, God, hang on. What's this guy's strength? This is going to be really... You know when Huffer does those really big strikes that are like really scary? 19 points of endurance to Huffer.
That will leave me on 2. It's fine.
Yep. as this broad-headed spear just rams through, and it takes everything out of you just to throw yourself to the side, Huffer. As they do
That's
so.
okay, it happens.
But we go to a brand new round.
The two. Bam.
Does anyone want to move?
I thought you got to attack twice.
Oh, he does. Thank you,
Oh my
Zylus.
God, Zylus!
No,
Hey,
this is how you
play by the
play.
rules, right?
You play by the rules. This is literally
does.
it. Yeah.
He does.
I
You
always
forgot to give us homework.
He does.
no, but you play by the rules. You have to play by the rules, or it doesn't. Nothing matters if you don't play by the rules. You know.
Okay.
If it's just never mind.
I need to run
doesn't
away.
matter.
I'll be 2 seconds.
No
You better
worries.
be alive when I get
Oh,
back.
he missed.
Nothing changes.
He misses.
See?
It's great.
Yeah.
So with that strike, he rears back like, got you now, old man, as he thrusts. But you are a lot more agile than this orc is expecting, and you parry with a two-handed blow, sending his spear careening to the side, bringing us to the top of a brand new round. And Huffer, it is your turn.
Fucking 19 damage.
Dude, like Huffer did like what 29 on his big
yeah,
mega
I think he
hit.
did 37 to a wolf in the first round or whatever. But you know,
I'm a little worried now.
yeah, a little.
Oh, hang on, I gotta make you weary, Wuffer. Hang on.
Yeah.
There you go. You're weary now.
A bit wary.
A bit weary.
I spent the hope die. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you really want is a
Shadow
piercing
Lord
blow.
doesn't
You want like a
work,
really big
so-
piercing blow here. That's what you want.
What does this feat die?
That's your D12. That's like one of the D12s is the feat die.
Our favorite, ill-favorite. What does that?
So favorite means you get to
that's
roll twice, and
Yeah.
then you take the highest. Ill-favored is you roll twice and take the lowest.
But I'm not favored with.
No.
Swords.
No,
so-
but you could spend a point of
Ill-favored.
inspiration and get an extra die.
Point of inspiration.
Sorry,
Yeah, no, spend
hope.
it-
Yeah,
yeah,
point of
hope.
hope. Sorry.
I did hope.
Oh, you
I
did
did hope.
okay,
Yeah,
great,
yeah, yeah.
okay,
I'm just trying to figure out.
You're trying to get as much as you can. You're like, what else can I do?
Yeah. It's gonna be this. Watch this.
What's this?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big hit. It's a big
It's a
hit.
big hit.
Yeah.
Boom.
21 damage. This is the swingiest system I've ever played. I swear to God.
Well,
you either do nothing or you do insane damage. It's so
Every
wild.
6, I hit for 7.
yeah.
I have
I
two
know,
sixes, so that's
and if
14.
you don't roll
What's those big
you hit for
sixes?
nothing. Like it's so swingy. It's insane.
But it's very cinematic.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, right? So Huffer, you get this moment, you sense that strike, you plunge your two-handed blade into its chest, and just like that Uruk-hai, it just grabs your hand and like thrusts itself forward onto the blade. That's not gonna be enough to finish me, mate. Pulls itself free as it has the ability Hideous Toughness. When an attack inflicts damage to this creature that would cause it to go to 0 endurance, it causes a piercing blow instead. So it takes a crit. So it becomes wounded, but this creature, then it returns to full endurance, and it takes 2 wounds to kill this thing. So
That's fine. We got one of the wounds. We got one.
Yeah,
of them.
You got
Good
one.
yeah.
You've taken one of its lives down, but this guy just keeps on trucking.
You have 2 lives suffer.
Magnar.
When do I get the chance to engage this guy? Like I'm wanting to fight him.
So let me fully read on this because I think
Yeah.
this is important, right?
Yeah.
Combat, engagement. Once all players have determined their stance, all combatants fighting in close combat must engage one or more opponents. Using miniatures, cardboard stands up, blah, blah, blah. As shown in the following paragraphs, how this plays out depends on the number of enemies compared to the total number of player heroes in the company. Since characters from either side can kill, knock out, or force to leave the fight, altering the odds, engagement process is likely to change from round to round. Engaged combatants remain as such until all opposition is defeated or until they leave combat. When a round sees more enemies than the player's heroes, engagement is handled by the Lore Master as follows. The Lore Master assigns one opponent to each unengaged player hero fighting in close combat. Then for each remaining foe, the Lore Master chooses between engaging a player hero in close combat or staying back or position, blah, blah. Enemies who stand back choose a ranged weapon, can only fight, blah, blah. So maybe you can just attack any of the 3 in the same zone. Maybe that is true.
Okay, so what it keeps happening is that when I attack, it says engaged with 0 foes, but aren't I engaged with 2 foes?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how to change that though.
yeah, I don't know, like, if it's a specific thing you do or whatever, or like if
I haven't seen
if
it.
I can swap.
But also, I don't
Yeah.
think that being engaged changes much unless you're like massively overwhelmed. So I think you can just attack the main orc.
Yeah, because I feel like
I think that makes sense.
Not that these wolves aren't dangerous, but like this is definitely the guy. You know,
this is the guy.
So I'd like to attack the guy.
I know I'm changing around, but again, learning system. So
sure. Okay, and because it is the moment where I don't want to be wary, I dramatically drop my helm to Wolf and show. Look into my eyes, filthy orc, and then I swing.
Are you gonna spend hope?
We pray that it wasn't the classic say a cool roleplay thing and then you roll like shit. We pray that the guys are with me on this one.
Are you going to spend hope?
And by that, I mean, just give me 6s. That's all that matters. Just give me a 6. There we go. Give me a 6.
By that, he means, watch this.
Watch this. There's the 6s.
There's the 6s.
There's the 6s. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just blast this all in on damage.
Sure.
So this is heavy blows. Bam.
18 points damage. Also, 3 endurance back to everybody because of the active special ability.
Yes.
18 points of damage, you say? Wow, that's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage.
It's not enough, though. As he's still alive, hanging on as the axe, you and Huffer are both swinging at this thing, leaving the walls.
For this one.
As the two of you hack into his side, this orc is like just tearing at the two of you, readying a blow that looks like it is going to take Huffer out. And that leaves us with Primula. But Primula cannot shoot her bow because she's being engaged by this wolf.
No. I do have...
You got a sword?
A sword. I do. So I can try. I've not swung my sword once. So it might be time. Is there anything to like swapping weapons, or can I just use my sword?
Just use it. Yeah, you just hover over the combat and you just pick the other weapon. You basically pick your short sword. Make sure you target the wolf, all of that good stuff.
All right. I'm not so good with the sword, so this might not go so well.
What do you do?
I'll try my best. What do I do?
You gotta say the line, Bart.
Oh, what's this? My 2 dice.
I thought you were going to spend that money. You fumble, try and draw the little blade out. You swipe at this wolf, but it kind of leaps back out the way.
There was some hesitation there. That's why.
That's why.
No, I don't know.
Primula, it's going to try and bite you.
No.
Chomp. Oh, but it misses again. Little Prim can't quite strike.
Big dodge.
She's so small. Such a small target.
I'm so small.
Magnar, these wolves.
I'm going to pay for taking off my helm.
Yep. Probably.
I put my helmet back on.
Okay, I can't do a piercing blow, but I am going to do a heavy blow. That's 6 more endurance.
Yeah.
And then the next one. Oh my god, these wolves. Why these dice rolls, man? These 6s. That is 9.
Yeah, and guess what? I am now at 0 endurance.
You're at 0 endurance. We'll come to what that means in just a moment.
But no.
The Great Orc Bodyguard. It's going to target.
Don't worry, I'm about to join you there.
No.
You're on 2 damage, so
I'm
yeah,
on 5.
2
I'm on
endurance.
5.
He's on 5.
Oh yeah, because of the hits with the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy is wounded. So he does. He is wounded.
He is so full of hate.
Oh my god.
He is. Yeah.
Oh no. Jesus.
Oh my god, man.
Listen, guys, the campaign had to end at some point.
It had to end at some point.
It had to end at some point. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't need to do all that extra damage.
No, you don't. You know he only has 5.
I'm going to make this a piercing blow.
Oh god. Okay.
So it does exactly 5.
Because watch this.
Watch this. Okay, he's wounded.
He's wounded
and down to 0. Okay.
Shit.
Goodbye.
Wait, no.
Injury roll.
You didn't add your +2, so you're not wounded.
Where's your +2 from, actually?
From my tight-fitted...
He has a tight-fitting armor, so he gets a +2 to his protection roll. And what did you get? You got... it was difficulty 16.
13. You need to beat the 16.
You need to beat 16, so it still goes. So if you click on the make an injury roll to see how long you're wounded for, will it matter? We'll find out.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
4 days. Okay. Yeah.
4 days. Okay.
And so both you and I are now both at 0 endurance. Yeah.
You're both at 0 endurance.
But
Go on.
he gets to attack again.
Yes, he does indeed.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
He does indeed.
And he is going to. He wants blood. He is gonna stab down at Old Huffer. Now, if I hit, and I believe if he does damage to you, because he wounded you once and he wounds you again, you will enter the dying state. Doesn't mean you die, but you will be on death's door.
Okay.
We'll find out. We'll find out what happens. He might miss.
Yeah.
He's missed in the past.
Guaranteed missing.
He's missed in the past.
And he is wounded now, so he does have penalties and stuff.
He was wounded last time as
He's
well.
wounded, but he's not wary. So.
Watch this.
So I imagine that in your last bits of strength, Huffer, you manage to just kind of parry the blow away as he goes to strike you for that second time. Now, normally,
so it says is weary. Is he weary? I thought he was wounded. Or is that the same thing for
I'm going to
enemies?
make it so that he's weary because he's also on his second wound, his second life basically.
Yeah.
I just think that makes a lot of sense, right?
Sure.
Now I believe that in the rules that when you reach 0 endurance, you fall unconscious. However, I don't think that's particularly cinematic against this big final boss.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to offer. I'm going to offer a lovely devil's bargain, which is something that I like to do.
No.
Oh God.
Magnar and Huffer, your vision is blurred. The cavern is almost pitch black. You can feel your life running out. You are on your absolute last legs, and unconsciousness wants to take you. But you know that if you fall here, you will leave Primula alone.
Yes.
And that you will fall. And I'm going to offer you the opportunity. You guys can remain conscious and remain fighting. However, if I deal a piercing blow or if I wound you, that you will immediately be dying. Basically, you will go into the dying state. So you have one turn to try and finish this off. Basically, if you wish to.
What choice do we have?
Yeah, what choice do you have? Otherwise, they could Primula could run away and this guy could capture you. That is something that might happen. He might lock you up. You don't know what was going to happen. So you could risk it. You could fall unconscious, let sleep overtake you, and hope that Primula manages to flee and escape to come back and rescue you.
Huffer knows what. He's seen everything.
Sure.
He's seen too much shit.
Yeah.
He will not let himself get captured. He would rather die.
I love it. Well, Huffer, in these last final acts, you are weary, you are wounded, but this is your chance.
I have to send hope and be one away from
absolutely
one away from despair as well as being
yeah.
But here we go. Huffer just he's exhausted. He's bleeding. He's
kind of cough up the blood.
He's just he knows what's at stake, and all the PTSD from the past has led to he's just hopefully letting it go.
We get flashes of the battles that you've been in before. We get flashes of your past. Flashes.
He knows what will happen if he gives up.
Yeah.
So he's he raises his sword, and you just hear a very faint, "Watch this."
Watch this.
It's a success. It's a success. It's a piercing blow as well. Is it enough?
Come on.
I'm going to spend a point of hate to add an extra die to this.
Why did you do that?
He's wounded. He's wounded.
It is a failure against the wound. Huffer, you reach. Watch this. You bring the blow down. How do you finish this guy off?
Oh my God.
That 10. That 10 on the 10 there.
That was.
I'm so weak that the sword I'm just doing it's the classic. I raise it, and it just gets lodged in his neck. Yeah, and like that's just where it's stuck, and like I don't have the strength to do any more than that. It's just that's it.
You pull the blade through. You sort of slump to your knees, completely exhausted, heavily bleeding out, as you finish off Gorstag. Magnar.
Feeling the claws and jaws of the wolves behind me, I realize I am pretty much dead, but if I'm going to go out, I want to go out saving, giving Primula the highest possible chance of surviving this. So I just go for this sort of throwing my body weight into it with a wild swing of this new axe, hoping that I can at least take out one wolf to make Prim's life safe, basically. So swing around, wild swing, and one of my last points of hope, despite being weary, despite being wounded, despite everything, I have to make it work.
God, you definitely do. I mean, you definitely do.
And just everything.
I'll roll the protection anyway, but that wolf is dead.
Yeah.
Would you like to have made that against the healthiest wolf as well? By the way, I would assume.
Sure. Like ultimately, they were both attacking me.
Yeah.
I would have just taken whoever was closest to the axe, basically.
I think that Magnar is smart enough to know that one's already wounded, so your best bet is to go for the healthiest one with this big heavy blow and try and finish it off. So yeah, you split this wolf's skull in half, and also you did roll an extra. You got 2 extra successes there, so that's 3 endurance restored to everybody.
Does that mean we are no longer at 0? Basically?
You are no longer at 0. Yeah, it's going to be a little extra benefit of that magic axe in that, like that final moment, because now there's a glimmer of hope, right? Like Huffer's taken down Gorstag, you've taken out the strongest wolf. You're weary, you're wounded, you're on your knees, but there's still a chance. Primula is healthy, you know.
There feels like there is hope. Yeah. We are so close to death, but the big orc is down. There's only 2 wolves left. We are now unbelievably outnumbering them. There's a small chance. A small chance.
It's a chance. Primula. If there was a time to roll hope to get those extra d6, it's probably now.
I can't.
I mean, you can do what you want. You do what you want. Don't spend it if you don't want to spend it.
Yeah, go on.
Like they're tokens in an arcade, honestly. I'm throwing them at the problem.
I mean, you want to go a little bit down your shadow path, surely. You want to touch on it a little bit.
Just a little bit, you know. Okay, I've used a hope.
Just a little shadow.
Sure.
Just a little bit of shadow. No, I'm not quite there. I need to spend 2 more. Okay. What's this?
She said it.
She said it.
I missed.
So close. 1 off. I feel like you're 1 off every time.
I know. Yeah.
And that was nearly. Oh, it was like nearly a piercing blow as well.
The thing is, we're both missing each other. Me and this wolf, we're just circling each other.
Speaking of, it's go. It's gonna try and sink its fangs into you. Chomp.
Chomp.
He missed.
I think he misses again. Yeah.
This is just. I like to imagine both Prim and this wolf are both fighting very defensively because they're seeing so much death around them. Like they're all both like keeping very safe.
My mind as well. This is like the runt of the litter, you know.
Yeah.
No, he's the biggest one.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, Magnar, I'm sorry, but this wolf has had a taste for your flesh.
If I die, I die.
It's going to knock you down again, I'm afraid.
No.
And that is going to be a protection roll needed from you.
Well, I don't have my shield.
You don't have your shield.
I don't have my helm. So here we go.
Hope.
I do have hope.
He does.
I mean, I'm down to 4. Fuck it. I'm spending everything I have. Here we go.
To 3, Rythian.
Yep, we're with 3 now.
And that is a success. So you are protected. You do drop down to 0. And I think with that, Magnar does fall probably unconscious at that point. Like just as the wolf says.
I think at this point, it's okay to be unconscious.
Yeah.
It's not okay, but that's when that's going to happen.
It's no longer certain death.
Huffer, you are up.
It's just that one wolf next to me left, and then the one next to...
The next to Prim,
pry the sword loose from the corpse of Gorstag, and I just do a desperate swing, like 180 over my head.
Yeah, this is like just like
wolf.
literally spinning your whole body around to try and catch it.
I'm just completely spent. But okay, so targets. Here we go.
You didn't say it, but you didn't need to.
You
didn't need to, dude.
It was implied.
Damage.
I mean, I'll just roll the protection roll. It doesn't matter. It's dead anyway. As Huffer, with that wide swing, bisects the wolf, literally cuts it where Magnar had like almost cleaved it in two before. You know, this wounded wolf, you finish the job as the sword cleaves it in twain. We then, as Magnar is basically sort of slumped against the floor, surrounded by these corpses, we go to Primula.
Come on,
Right.
Prim.
I'm just gonna try and stick it with the sword. I'm not gonna use hope.
Stick it with the pointy end.
Stick it with the pointy end. Just what's this?
I
Another
thought that was going to go to the
Sauron.
Gandalf rune. Oh, I really thought that was going to hit the Gandalf rune then. That would have been amazing.
It would have been Gandalf and a 6, but
Yeah.
The wolf is going to miss as
The
well.
wolf's gonna miss. It's fine.
Will it miss? Let's
Yeah,
find out.
He's missing.
He doesn't miss. He doesn't miss
No,
this time.
they get the Sauron.
That is going to be 6 endurance, and I need a protection roll from you. You are protected.
Whew.
Good.
But it's
good,
6
good, good.
endurance. But yeah, for the first time, it sort of scrapes along your arm, leaving this jagged gash. Huffer, you're still standing, just barely.
Yeah. How does this work now?
Basically, you can engage the wolf now along with Prim. Like, you can sort of like stagger down the
do
corridor.
I still count as being forward?
I would say I'm going to move you, all 3 of you, into open so that there's no penalties here. Because I think at this point, the way that the combat is yeah, like Prim can't use a ranged weapon. So I'm just going to move you all into open. So no penalties, no bonuses.
As
You
they
need
were
to change-
fighting, they,
You need to change your stance.
Oh, yes.
Because your stance is still forward.
Thank you.
As Prim and that wolf are fighting, they just inch closer to me over time.
Yeah.
And I just do another wild swing, basically, towards this last wolf.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Not saying it. I want Prim to have the moment, so never mind.
Never mind. I destroy this
mind.
wolf. So as it bites you, Prim, as you sort of stumble, trying desperately to bring the sword to bear, you see a shadow loom over you for just a moment, and a brief flicker of panic before you see Huffer's face in sort of like the flickering, fading torchlight as he brings this two-handed sword down onto the wolf, just impaling it to the ground before he himself
Basically
like
just put
slumps
my
to his
body
knees.
weight on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, this combat comes to an end.
Jeez.
God.
Absolutely insane.
Absolutely insane. And I think, because we've already gone over by 40 minutes more than I was expecting, that is where we will bring this episode to an end.
Fair.
Oh boy.
As we bring this episode of The One Ring. There is treasure to claim, but you have defeated all of the orcs of Nell's Hollow. You have completely slain the growing evil that would have spread and would have caused great danger to the lands of Bree. And you have defeated them. And speaking of, you have finished a session, which does mean you get to add some more XP points to spend eventually. And I think what I might do, I think it's 3 of each every time you do a session. I believe it's 3 of each.
So we're at 9-9 now?
Yes. Now,
9-9.
here's the thing. You are very heavily wounded, all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Not Prim, but like
just a little bit.
Obviously, your plan was to go straight from here and head to Fornos to try and deal with these evil men seeking out the Palantir and try and meet with the Rangers. At this point, if you do that, you won't survive. You probably won't even survive the journey. You have to go back to Bree and recover, basically. Is that going to give them more time? Potentially, but it doesn't mean that you're not necessarily going to be able to catch up to what they're doing. Because of that, what we're going to do is I'm going to basically give you a shortened version of what's called the fellowship phase, which is where you get to spend your XP and you get to do cool stuff. Because I do want to explore that before we kind of dive too much into it all, basically. So we can go over that next time, but basically you get to choose an activity that you're going to do, and you also then get to spend your points to do things like buy new ranks of wisdom or valor, or buy new skills, and basically level up is what we do. And you get to pick a bunch of other stuff, but I think that it is literally going to have to be you guys make your way back to Bree, and you don't have to worry about traveling back to a location that you've already been to as well, like a safe haven like Bree. It's only journeys to places, not going back, so you don't have to worry about journey rolls or anything like that. Basically, I imagine that what we see here is Prim and a very wounded Huffer managed to sort of help Magnar up and sort of get him awake, and you gather up the treasures and the supplies and whatever you can from the orcs camp, and you slowly begin the slow weakened trudge back towards Bree. And we'll pick this all back up next time.
Okay.
But yeah, cool. Well done. Well fought. Was it really is. And really, you know what? You're 100% right. I have seeing how swingy this system can be. And I don't know if it's I'm doing stuff wrong. I don't know if it's like the nature of the system itself, or if it is literally just I am rolling like a goddamn demon, and Zylus gets these big huge hits, and you know, like, you know, it seems to be just like pure swingy luck.
What I've mainly noticed is, and like we've had talks about this like off stream as well, but there seems to be such a huge disparity between just the starting bonuses you get for races. Like as a Dunedain, I get so many more stats and so many more dice rolls than these other two.
And really,
it's kind of insane.
And you know, the big thing for that is like, oh, but they get less hope. But actually, you don't have that much less hope than Magnar, right? Like, you know, you guys don't have that much less.
I'm also poor, but like the items have not mattered that much.
No,
you know?
No, ultimately, we have yet to reach the point, and ultimately, if it comes down to it, I can buy stuff for him. You know, it's the worst case scenario. So yeah.
For sure. It's definitely. Is it a perfect system? No, I don't believe that such a thing exists. I don't believe that there is a perfect system out there.
I don't think inherently there's a problem with like one race or ancestry is much stronger than the others. Like you can accept that to be the case. Well, he is doing it. He's supposed to be stronger.
Supposed to be badass, right?
That's something you have to sort of like. If the party is cool with the idea that like, okay, well, one of our characters is going to be stronger. Like if everyone is cool with that in roleplay, we can play as it, which is fair. Like I think like this is a thing I always do jokingly, and I often forget that people don't like always know that I'm joking. Whenever things go bad for me, I say the game sucks. It's the game's fault. Everything is bad. I'm the best. It's the game. And then as soon as I do well, I go, great system, really
amazing,
good system.
Best game
I love
ever.
it. It's balanced, great. It's a thing I do for basically everything. But like, it's just really wild and swingy, and like I think that does make for exciting moments like this.
Absolutely.
But it also often feels that like. I've made a lot of my choices for my character. I want this to do this thing. But ultimately, if your D6 refuses to roll a 6, like that, the difference between a 5 and 6 is so massive. Like huge difference to get those 6s.
Yeah.
That like it feels like ultimately I'm just rolling and praying, and like
it is your six
cool,
your six fishing basically. Like the system is encouraged to be like get as many d6 as you possibly can. And maybe we're not like, maybe there's like ways, like I know that there are things like you can if there's like favorable circumstances, you get to add an extra d6, right? If you support an ally, but in combat, apart from like
it's
doing
hard
creative
to give up
things,
an attack to support.
Yeah.
It's like also like you had to think, if you're in forward or open or defensive, you have other abilities you can do. Yeah, but it's like giving up my chance to attack. And it feels like that's never something big. I'm going to want to do.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And also, this is from the GM side as well. And again, I'm sure that people that know the system are like, well, I can't believe, you know, Magnar is throwing a great orc bodyguard at them. But there's no guidance on like how to build an encounter. Like I looked at it and I was like, this guy's tough, but like I've seen Huffer and Magnar do like 15 damage, in a swing, so he doesn't seem that strong. Like you guys took him down pretty easily, but like
and also ultimately it's like, well, you just gotta wound him. So get that 10. In some ways it feels like a 10 is better than the Gandalf rune sometimes because you want to get that pierce.
Well, you get the pierce on the Gandalf rune as well. You get the Gandalf.
Okay.
You get the pierce on that as well.
Okay. You could have missed every roll, that's
it. Like, and like, the fact that he he gets to attack twice. The fact that I missed Huffer like on 2 attacks is kind of a big deal. Like he probably would have killed Huffer like way earlier.
The thing is, like, you could have missed all 4 attacks and would have been like, that was kind of
that guy
underwhelming.
Sucks. He's shit. And then like you two just would get big massive hits on him and then take him out.
I kind of like how swingy it is. I like how dramatic it is.
It's very dramatic.
It's like because it's like a smaller campaign as well, like having these combats where it's like, oh my god, we might die.
It reminds me,
it's great.
There's an element there which it reminds me of the Warhammer role-playing system, where that is a system that is very brutal in the same way that like it's swingy, but it's also like, man, if you get hit with a crit and you roll the injury roll, like you can literally just get your head cut off, you can have a hand cut off, like you can have all these horrible things just from like a normal crit, right? So it means that every time you go into a fight, whenever I was a player or I've run it for people treat fights very differently. They're like, okay, we can't just charge in there and go and fight willy-nilly. Like we have to like ambush them, or like we need to do this, or like we're going to do this to get an advantage. It really forces you to be like, okay, like actually let's seriously think about this. And it's also things like, I think it was in a Warhammer Fantasy game, I had like, a cutthroat in an alleyway literally grab somebody and put a knife. And, in D&D, you'd be like, okay, what's that going to do? Like 12 points of damage, no big deal. I can take it. Whereas in like that kind of system, you're like, whoa, let's not be hasty. Let's talk about this, and it's, you really sort of are like forced to take everything as like quite a serious, mortal threat. Just definitely.
I love that one of them finally came and attacked me. I've been waiting for that to happen.
Well, the thing is like, I think in the previous fights, I had that great leap ability on the wolves before. And obviously I had like archers and stuff that could shoot at you, but I think that the guys just engaged quicker and I couldn't get the wolves to do it. So like in this fight, I gave, because the guy was only supposed to have 1 wolf originally, but then because he got to go in the camp and saw what happened and let the wolves out because you guys didn't kill them, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to add the other 2 wolves. Like I've said it'd be weird if I didn't. Because I had those, I was like, that wolf was there to literally use that ability to go and attack Prim. I was just like, I'm gonna have this wolf attack Prim.
I think part of it is also like we might know we are level 1. Like even D&D and even Pathfinder to some degree can be incredibly swingy at level 1 because it is slower. So assume we get we already right now have like 9 points or whatever. Like if we get a few adventures under our belt, it might not feel quite that insane anymore. Like there is still the 6 fishing. I think on both sides. Ultimately, for sure. You're not really gonna get rid of that, but
Yeah, it's definitely one. I mean, but in this, don't forget, like, you don't level up in the traditional sense. Like, you might be able to buy like 1 more pip, but you guys have got like 3s in your weapon stats already.
Yeah,
I don't think you'll have enough XP to buy the 4th pip yet, right? Like, not if you want to get like other cool stuff. And like some of the rewards and the virtues are way cooler, and you guys can actually pick from like the cool stuff.
Combat,
this time.
Not to go full into but you said like a combat proficiency is more expensive than a skill proficiency.
I believe so.
And it's like from 0 to 1, it's 1. From 1 to 2, it's 2. So basically, if you want to get 4, you have to pay 4. Yeah. So if there's more for combat, like if that's twice or whatever, that would be 8 points to go from 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Again, not sure on the numbers, right? But in theory, right? But that's almost all we would learn at that point, basically. Yeah.
But like for example, like you guys will be able to pick from the what they call the cultural virtues, which are basically like special, unique, like dwarf powers, hobbit powers, Dunedain powers. And just like the very first one I'm looking at for the dwarves is Baruch Kazad, which is a battle cry of the dwarves. Once per combat, when you fight in a forward stance, you can make your attack roll favored, so you get to roll twice and take the highest. And you get to do the intimidate foe combat task as a secondary action, so you can do attack and intimidate foe in the same turn.
That's
like once per combat. That's pretty good, right? You get like this big alpha strike, and you get to do another thing. But yeah, a lot of them are like a lot more specific, but yeah, they're pretty cool, and you get to do some fun stuff stuff with it, right? Or you could do things like, you could upgrade your weapons. Like, you could get a reinforced shield so that it doesn't get broken again and stuff like that, And so, yeah, you do get to like level up and you will get some bonuses and things like that. But I think like we're going to kind of, I'm going to ad hoc my own rules for it and basically give you like a mini downtime whilst you heal and recover.
Cool.
Because I think it's also just fun to let you guys level up and stuff. So,
yeah,
cool. But thanks for joining me. Sorry it ran a little bit later than I was expecting to. I was expecting only to be a 2-hour session.
I will never complain.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining me.
I basically, for these, I've like, okay, like we're aiming for 2, but I'm always expecting it could push another hour. That's my experience with TTRPGs in general, honestly. So yeah.
Exactly. Hopefully you got to...
it's like, the system wise, I think it's very cinematic and flashy and so on. And someone who often likes the character building and the choices and like multiple ways to get bonuses to get better, like something like a Pathfinder, or even some of the D&Ds and other systems, right? Like that's usually what I'm drawn to. So it's wild to be in a system like this where it's like, let's pray, like roll the die and pray, and get that 6. It's huge, but like it definitely makes for a flashy, exciting, wild combat.
I mean, I was on the edge of my seat in that final combat. Like I was genuinely like, I don't know how this is gonna go. And like I said, because it's Foundry, I can't even fudge it. Like, sometimes like as a GM, I'm like, okay, I don't think the guys are having fun. I'm gonna give them a break for a turn or whatever.
Yeah, or like,
or like
maybe this wolf doesn't hit that much because it's more exciting if it's the big bad guy who does it.
Exactly.
But then in this sense, like, it's
on the screen.
The wolf does 20. I'm sorry, that's what happens.
Dude, and the thing is I think like looking at the system, it's like when you guys fought like 2 enemies, you creamed them. But when it was just like, oh, there's 3 archers and a bunch of extra wolves, and they got those big hits on like Magnar, I'm like, oh my god, these guys are hitting for so much. And obviously like I can shift around what they do, but I was just like, well, I'm just going to do the more damage for this one and whatever. But yeah, anyway, hopefully Zylus, you got to finish your pizza while we played.
Oh shit. I did.
Good.
My pizza, it's cold.
Oh my god. But thank you very much.
I literally housed that down in 2 minutes at the start.
Just wolfed it down. I love it.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining me, pals. I will see you next time. I will mute you and then end the call and then just chat for a bit. All right, cool. Take care, everybody.
Thanks very much, everyone. Hope you had fun. Bye-bye.